Mountain, by Sagebrush Steakhouse on Highway 74 East in Shelby, and by Sizzle & Sons Paint and Body Shop on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. So join us for our live remote broadcast this Saturday, October 20th, during the Mush Music and Mutts Festival in Uptown Shelby.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings. I want to invite you to join the boss as we broadcast live this Saturday, October 20th, during the 50th anniversary celebration at Luz Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. And you're invited. Come help us celebrate as Luz Fish Box rolls back the prices. You'll find some great prices from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. that day. And come on by our booth and register to win. We're giving away free prizes. Also, Luz Fish Box will be giving away free prizes. We've got Renaissance Festival tickets, free rounds of golf at the Kings Mountain Country Club, Southern Christmas Show tickets, Boss T-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th at Luz Fish Box for a live radio broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Old Highway 74 West in Kings Mountain.
Inviting you to join me this week for Country Gold, where we play all your favorites from the 80s and 90s.
Country Gold with Terry Clark, Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, online at kdcbroadcasting.com.
Say, kids, what time is it?
This is the 60s.
Hey, J.J. Wilson here, reminding you to tune in this weekend for This is the 60s, featuring the best music from the best decade and so much more. There's 60s television, movies, news, pop culture, trivia, novelty songs, interviews, deep cuts, and a whole lot more. It's peace, love, and rock and roll on This is the 60s.
This is the 60s, Friday mornings from 10 a.m. till 12 noon on The Balls, WOHS, AM and FM in Shelby, WLON in Lincoln.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Check out what the Green Meadows Golf Club on Kelly Road in Mount Holly has to offer. On Wednesday, you can play all day for $28, including cart and green fee. And ladies, Wednesday is your day too. Ladies play and ride all day for only $15. To make your tee time, call the Green Meadows Golf Club at 704-827-9264. You'll love it. The Green Meadows Golf Club, located at 957 Kelly Road in Mount Holly. Come see what they have to offer.
Good morning, everybody. Campers Inns of Kings Mountain. Saturday Sports Talk. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Hunter Yancey, Terry Reinhardt, John Prather. And, you know, when you're the star of the show, Terry, you show up late, you just cruise down the hall like you just wrote the joint.
What are you talking about? I was here on time.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. I was wondering about all that.
Hunter is here in his construction shirt.
We always go...
Bandy's colors.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly right.
Excuse me. And Carson Dockery in the house. JP in the house. JP, wave your camera in there. You got a JP cam in there. Wave at the camera, wherever it is. You'll find it somewhere. Well, that's the screen. The camera's above you. There you go. Hey, good morning, JP. Breakfast time. Terry, what'd you have? Or what do you have? Have you already had it?
I've already had it. Yeah, it was liver mush and bologna on the bun.
Liver mush and bologna on the bun. See, last Saturday, y'all came in here with breakfast platter buffet or something, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Just right.
Even asked
Me and you
if I
got
was
butt
like,
biscuits, and they've got like plates that laid out across the table.
I specifically made the request during the pregame show on Friday. I was like, you know what, Terry? I've been wanting pancakes, and I got my pancakes, and they did not disappoint one bit.
Hunter, we're gonna switch mics in a minute. That was for Dennis last night. Standing there, I was like, "This was
this is kind of weird."
You're right for a second.
Yeah.
Something wasn't right. Dennis likes to stand up over there at night, so we give him the big mic to wheel around there in the evening. All right, good morning, everybody. Terry, what's up?
Well, it's one thing that Dennis, we usually prop him up against the wall.
Yeah.
You know, because he's about to go to sleep, and we're like, oh, we understand, Dennis.
Well, Chris went. That's what you're saying. He's about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was propping him up against the
I
jukebox or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Chris had an easy night last night, so he was probably already wore out because he wore him out in the first half.
49-0 was the magic score last night. Mount Island Charter missed a 2-point conversion and messed it up for everyone. They won 47-0 over Pine Lake Prep. Huss over Forest View. Southwood over RS Central. Well, let me skip that. Let me back up Huss. Huss didn't play defense last night. They gave up 10. Crest over North Gaston. Shelby over East Gaston. Southwood over RS Central. All 49-0 last night. Hunter Huss, they got their 49. They gave up the 10. Mountain Island got their 47. They gave up their nothing. So a lot of 49 to around the nothing scores. We had a 47-19 North Lincoln over Newton County over Kings Mountain. 63-21 over Burnsville. KTC Broadcasting last night. Maiden late field goal 13-10 over East Lincoln. Chairman Latterman last night. 4 touchdowns from Jaden Blanton. 40-18 over Highland Tech. Hunter, take that second board. I've already named a couple of them over there, but I'll let you read that.
We'll just say them over again. East Rutherford 53, Chase 13, South Point over RS Central 49-0. Hunter Huss over Forest View 49-10. Thomas Jefferson over Bessemer City 52-20. Bandy's over West Lincoln 36-22. Lincolnton over Lake Norman Charter 27-0.
Let me give you some stats from all that board he just got through going over. East Rutherford now has won 7 straight in that matchup and 12 of the last 16 against Chase. Forest View still leads Hunter Huss in the overall series now 13-7 now in the all-time series, and for West Lincoln that makes number 18 straight losses to Bandy's now, and 21 of the last 22. That's pretty impressive there, Hunter. And, just a few more stats to put in there. But, another great night of high school football. We also had Stuart Kramer over Ashbrook 21-2. North Lincoln 47. Newton Conover 19. Coach Basil, his game planning is pretty good down there is all I can say. Community School of Davidson 28. Union Academy 21. Mountain Island 47 0 over Pine Lake. And High Brighton 63.
He called it.
East Burke 6.
That's Terry. You won
exact score.
Yeah,
exactly.
He called the exact score. Really? He pulled the prices right last night.
Well, Shannon said O'Brien said they was going to score 70, and I said no. They're almost.
He dialed it back.
I need y'all to write down y'all's predictions.
Yeah,
so
that's
when
what
I
we
come
need
in
to
here
start
on
doing.
Saturday, when Terry brags about one, I'm sure they missed one terribly too. Like I think Shannon missed one this year by 110 points.
No, yeah, he called Highland. He
110 points.
He said 50-0. Like whoever played Highland Tech, and Highland Tech won 49-0. I'll take the last board. You got Freedom 54-0 over West Caldwell. Alexander Central 28-13 over St. Stephen's. Hickory with that's a barn burner, 55-54 over South Caldwell. Watauga stays undefeated with a 50-13 win over McDowell. West Iredale stops the what would have been a winning streak for Bunker Hill, 30-7, and Fred T. Ford no problem withdrawn, 54-7.
Big stat in that one over there. Freedom over West Caldwell. West Caldwell, I mean, them guys are probably already. If you're playing basketball, you probably already left to go play basketball. Yeah. But they've been outscored 503-40 with 6 shutouts.
All right, guys, there's your high school scores from last night. Let's talk a little NCAA football. Get straight into that. Where's y'all's list? I think it's in here, Hunter. Let me run in here real quick.
We like to see how bad we did.
I know. We're going to see how bad we did. Let me walk in this room real quick, and you guys. I'll get you need comments from the Georgia loss?
Look. It's tough. That was hard. That was difficult. I'll be honest.
Is Georgia on this list? No, they're not on this list.
Look, if you're not a Georgia fan, then of course you were okay with taking LSU last week. But I couldn't bring myself to take LSU to beat Georgia. Could I have seen it though? Yeah, the only reason why was because it was at Death Valley.
I have people now listening to this show just to hear me say which teams, because out of the last 2 weeks, they would have won
Like the
5
first
out of
8
6.
words that were so
Somebody,
wrong.
Terry, you're telling me somebody, well, several people wake up.
That's what
They
he
do.
said. Yeah.
Get up
That's
out of
it.
bed
For
and
Terry.
say, you know what?
They're
I want to
like-
listen to Terry.
I've had
I
people
tell you what,
You
for
got
those,
pullover
for
people,
those
man. I don't
people
know
at
how you do
home,
it.
I've got a treat for you. We've got it on video.
Yeah.
You can turn it on YouTube and watch Terry eat a biscuit with an NC State helmet on his microphone while telling you that NC State is in the same class as Central Florida, Cincinnati, and South Florida. So there you go, Terry. Congratulations on that. Yeah, you're right. You're right in the middle.
And I
of that.
hate to tell you,
You
I hate
put
to
them right
tell
in the
you,
middle
Terry.
of them too. You put them right in the middle of that.
This is 8 unbeaten teams, and I went
I don't know
by
how the 5-0
rankings.
team ended up in like
I
the
went by
5
rankings.
seeds or whatever it is.
You know what I'm saying? And when
Aren't
I
they dead
go
last
down
in that,
this
Terry?
list, 2 years ago, we played Clemson again today, and 2 years ago, if we'd have kicked a field goal, they would have played for no national title. That's how easy this is.
Coulda, did it.
Today, Clemson, I'm sorry, North Carolina State's going to knock you off. Get used to it. Quarterback, senior Ryan Friendly. Kevin Harmon, Clemson fans, get used to that name because you're going to see it a lot today. And, you know, State's defense is ranked number 9 in the nation. So, you know, Clemson thinks, hey, it's a pushover. We're coming down there. Be aware. Coach Dorn is a great coach. Be aware of what you're asking for today.
Oh, I think this is going to be a shootout, every bit of it. But I have the edge to Clemson just because it's at home.
And when I look down here and I see the Fighting Irish and Notre Dame, who is Notre Dame? We've beat them the last 3 times we've played them. So I don't even want to hear their name in
I
this
don't even want to hear you
conversation.
say that because Notre Dame's beat some dang good teams this
They're
year.
no good in my bracket.
Terry,
Is NC State screaming, "We want Bama"?
Hey, you know, hey, we'll take you at the end, buddy, if this is who you want to play.
at the
Oh, boy.
at the end. Well, Terry, I'm going to say this. Doesn't Clemson have quarterback issues?
They do.
The NC State's got good defense. That's a recipe for upset and disaster. If NC State doesn't turn the ball over, I'm going to put it this way, they can win, and I almost say they will, not because of they're going to score on Clemson or anything like that, but I mean, if you've got, we've seen quarterbacks struggle against good defenses. When that happens, it could go from good to bad really quick.
And this
young
isn't-
quarterbacks, I
yeah.
don't know if they're ready for that.
And this isn't Kelly Bryant quarterback. This
No,
is
that's-
true freshman quarterback.
Yeah,
He
well,
hasn't
that's what
seen
I'm saying.
this kind of defense all year except against the Syracuse.
I think they got a shot. Pretty much almost because it's NC State. Absolutely nothing could surprise me. State could win by 40. I would not be surprised.
Well, now,
Clemson can win by
there
40.
you go.
I would not be
That's
surprised.
what I think could happen.
Anything.
Because State has lost 13 of the last 14 to Clemson. 2 years ago, we missed a field goal with 2 seconds left that would have knocked them out of the championship and they'd have never won a national title. Last year, we could have knocked the ball away in the end zone that our corner missed it, and their guy caught it for a touchdown. I mean, you know, so there's 2 games that State has been in with them the last 2 years that we could have won, but we did not, especially 2 years ago, because that was just on a field goal kicker missing a little 27-yard field goal.
So I'm looking at the picks from last week. And Terry, there's a little side note here to the Georgia LSU game.
Yeah.
From Hunter, who was taking these notes.
Absolutely no bias at all.
LSU for Terry. LSU for Carson. UGA all day from Hunter.
They got it all day.
They got
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. I'll tell you what. No lie. I stopped watching at halftime. I was so mad. I was afraid I was going to start throwing stuff.
That's
Seriously, I
healthy.
was so
That's
mad.
healthy.
I was so
Yeah.
mad. But that's just because
That's a healthy way to coach.
I know how Georgia is. I know how good they really are. And that game did not. They didn't show up. I don't know what went through Jake Fromm's mind that whole game.
Probably want to be back on the lake throwing footballs.
Yeah,
to
he
his buddy.
probably wanted to be back on the lake. But I was screaming for Justin Fields to be on the field after the first quarter. That was ridiculous. But, you know, congratulations
The Dogs
to
have
LSU.
never needed a quarterback.
I know, we've always relied on the run game.
And
Well, the one time they had, you know, a great quarterback, you had Matt Stafford, and wouldn't they have like 3 or 4 losses that year?
I told you that was Stafford.
Yeah.
I was about to say DJ Shockley.
I was about to say Aaron Murray, who was a few years ago.
Yeah.
But even he didn't go over. But Matt Stafford was good. But that was a good game by LSU. I think LSU's better than what their record shows because I know they took a hard loss to Florida. But that was a good bounce back game for them, especially at home.
All right, guys. A couple of different picks from last week, you guys. I wanted to go over. Washington, Oregon. Hunter had Oregon the other two. Washington. So Hunter's gonna pump his fist on that one.
Thank God for our field goal kicker missing another shot that could have won the game.
Hey, it's at Oregon.
That's it.
It's at Oregon. It's hard to pick Oregon not pick Oregon when.
Did y'all see the final on that one? The end of it, where he was getting ready. Washington guys getting ready to kick the field goal to win the game, and about the time he gets ready to kick it, the coach calls timeout for Oregon. The guy hits it through. And then what's he do on the next one?
Overthinks it.
Yep, sure does. And misses.
Got to stay composed.
Carson picked West Virginia. The other two picked Iowa State. What?
We got it. Iowa State won that game. I'm about to say it's hard to win.
Yeah.
They should have 2 losses because if they'd have played North Carolina State, West Virginia would have lost then also.
Let's see. We had Wisconsin and Michigan. Carson went Wisconsin. The other two went Michigan. So, who won that game?
Michigan. Michigan did win that game.
Michigan actually won. Carson, you lost a couple there in a row.
Yeah,
all right, USC, Colorado. Hunter had Colorado. The other two had USC.
I don't remember who won.
USC won. They never lost to Colorado at Southern Cal.
All right, got Coach Pruitt on the phone last night. 40-8 last night. Right now, 40-18 winners last night. There we go. Over Highland Tech for their homecoming. That sets up a matchup next week against Pine Lake Prep, and they finish at home against the Bessemer City Yellow Jackets. Coach Pruitt last night, 40-18 win on the road. If I'm not mistaken, Highland Tech took the lead first, right?
Yeah, they did. We hit the ball and first down on first play, and third and about 8. We called a play we've been working on. We're kind of predictable with our personnel sometimes. Like when we have what we call our bold package, and we like to run the ball when we have our blue package. 2 backs is blue, 1 back is gold. So we schemed up some 2-back pass plays and caught one of them. We had 2 guys wide open, and we just decided to throw the deep ball, which honestly we put the 3 guys covering the deep ball, but the third guy came and high pointed it a little better than we did. And it's our quarterback. He's a really good player. And they took it down the sideline. You know, you watch film, you see 3 blocks in the back, and there ain't no flag, and they got good field position. And then they throw a pass down their sideline, and the kid makes a good catch, number 7. I'm trying to remember his name. He's a good tight end / wide receiver for them. Number 1 for them was out. He broke his leg against the Thomas Jefferson game. And they moved number 11 for their best wide receivers. He hurt us last year over here. And number 7 and our guys, going to go for the ball. And it just seems like our guy gets physically moved quite a bit and makes a good catch. And it tells me both of them going for the ball because contact's good like that. And I saw it a little different. But first and goal to 1, they scored. So a minute and a half in the game, we're down. Then we scored the next 40 points. So I think that says a lot about our kids' demeanor and what we've got to do to go out there and play games and overcome adversity. It seems like we're behind almost every game. Instead of being down in the 3rd or 4th quarter of this game, we were down early. So it was nice to respond and see our kids respond to that. And really, we brushed up a bunch of things. We had a turnover, Quest made an interception, Andrew Clark blocked the punt. We had a punt return for a touchdown, but we had a block. It's like people were talking about in the game, even the officials said, when we play football, that would have been an awesome block. And our kids did. We got excited, and all of a sudden, you realize there's a kid down with a possible head/neck injury. And I tried to calm them down. They had us just right here, and they did. But number 25, that game is doing well. From what I heard last night after the game, his parents called their coach, just wanted to let us know that he was doing okay. So I don't know if he'll be back in action next week. He probably had a concussion, but with that said, he'll be okay, they think, and that's a positive thing. But we had a punt return called back for a block that, like I said, I'd have been so excited jumping up and down to the pass, but just wasn't the right time or the place. We did score about 3 plays after that, and 28-6 halftime lead. So just proud of what our kids did. Every one of our kids who dressed, including the 7 JVs that went with us, got to play. And, that's the thing that's going to make our program better. Our JVs won at Hickory Monday night. We beat Hickory 20-18. And we play our last JV game at home this week, and it's on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock because Drawn has a conflict. So looking forward to finishing up the JV season.
All right, Coach, a couple of numbers. I've got Holland Tech's roster right here. I don't have the 25. I do have 7's Kobe Christian, 11 Drew
Kobe Christian. He spells his name like Kobe Bryant.
Right.
He plays like Kobe Bryant on the football field.
6'2", 180 is listed as.
Yeah, he might be bigger than that. I mean, he can run. He plays both ways. Plays defense. We ran an ISO play, a series 4. We had the punt return for a touchdown, and one of our best players, Jason, was just a few yards from the end zone, and he gets tackled by the safety, and Kobe comes from out of nowhere, tackles the football, strips it, and it goes through the end zone. A lot like our game last year. We fumbled inside the 5, and they recovered it in the end zone for a touchback. And last year, we were winning that game in the third quarter 28-6. And the next thing you know, we've got the hands team on the at the end of the game. So we really talked to our guys last night about keeping our foot on the gas, and we, I don't know where I heard the slogan, no brakes. We tried to play with no brakes last night. We really, and we did. We put the brakes on a little bit because there's no reason to keep your starters in for 4 quarters in a game when you're winning 40-6. So we started subbing out, and of course they scored a couple of touchdowns. One was Kobe Christian going up and making a play. I pointed a ball and come down, and we didn't have somebody to tackle him because we were going up for the same ball, and then he outrun us. He's an excellent player. I think he's a kid that can play at the next level. High Tech's got good players. Coach Shepard before Coach DeLeo did a good job, and Coach DeLeo's just extended that. And like I said, if number 1's playing tonight, then that makes that game a little bit different because they can spread you out with their other athlete, number 11. Tell me number 11's name for me.
It was Drew Bruton.
Drew. Yeah, he's a good player too. So there, Caleb Hill, I think, the quarterback. And then the fullback last year, he hurt us. They just got some talent, and I think their linemen are much better. They've spent time in the weight room. So, people talk about, Highland Tech hadn't won a conference game since 2013. They lost to Community School Davidson by 9 through a pick-6 early in the game and never could get back. They lost to Bedford by 10 points. So they lost to Pine Lake Prep by 3 points and fumbled the ball like 7 times. So I thought they didn't hardly at all. So, they're getting a lot better in those areas, and their time's going to come. They just a few plays away here and there. So excited that we could. Yes, they can. Sorry, we're here at Little Ironman, and I'm getting ready to pants, and they asked me a question about the field, and they some stuff. Of course they can. And it's the last Little Ironman game this week. We think our team start sometime around 1:30 and finish up with the last game, I think, around 6 o'clock. Good luck to our teams.
Well, Coach, good luck to them as always. Love the little popular programs and Optimist. And I went through the program, kind of talked about it last night a little bit in some of these other areas and schools with the kids that play when they're young and everything. I did have one quick question. You kind of mentioned it, kind of alluded to it earlier. And kind of my first question, about Highland Tech scoring, we had a lot of teams last night that won by a lot, kind of like you guys did. And the other team scored first, giving you that first punch in the mouth. How does, as a coach, how do you guys get you guys to regroup and recover in that situation? You turn around and win big. I mean, Kings Mountain got punched right in the face last night. They scored 63 straight. I mean, it was kind of just like you guys did, turning it right around.
Well, I just think it's a mentality of you got to just keep playing, and the next play is the most important play. We talk about the rear view mirror, and we just don't want to look in the back, and we just want to look forward. But we did talk about the rear view mirror before the game last night because Highland Tech did. We did not want them to hang around the way we started the game. Yeah, they were going to hang around, and really, in the first quarter, 7-6, but we really dominated the second quarter. We've done that the week before in the fourth quarter against Union Academy. We scored 21 straight points in the fourth quarter to win the football game. So I think our kids are peaking at the right time. I think I alluded to that last week. But, you know, you look at our offensive line. We got some seniors up front, Jace Britton, Trevor Andrews, John Crane, Sean Costa when he plays tight end. He's a guy that plays a lot. Those guys really are guys that we're going to miss next year. They do a great job. And like I said, I got Chapel back to become more of a blocker than a runner, but he did carry the ball a couple of plays, caught a pass out of the backfield, which got called back, holding penalty. So he's really helping us out. Jaden Blanton, obviously, running the football, making some good decisions in the passing game. We got some skill guys out there, Matt Kane, Andrew Clark, and Quiff that can go get it. But I think the area of our team that's getting better is our defense has really started playing well the last 2 weeks. And other than a couple breakdowns in the passing game yesterday, I thought we did a great job. And if we can eliminate giving up the big plays, I think we're going to be where we need to be come the first week of the playoffs. And Richard Walker talked to me last night about history, and he put in the article, I don't know, 8 times in the last 35 years with 5 wins. And obviously, he asked me about that, and I said, well, the main thing we're going to try to do is win another one next week. Try to get to 5, 6 wins and 7 wins and 8 wins and 9 wins and so on. I mean, we got to keep winning to keep our season going once we get past these next 2 weeks. So we're just excited about where we are. I think we're a team that can be reckoned with, so to speak. I think we're a very good 1A football team when we play our best, and I still don't think we've played our best game of the year. We're going to try to find that next week.
Well, Coach, I do want to congratulate you on the 5 wins already here at Cherry High School. You know, we talk about it every year. There was a time, a lot of years, where 0-3 was the norm, and you come in and put these guys on winning ways and winning records. And I remember, you know, back in the days that when the playoffs were a lot smaller, and didn't have as many teams in them. Cherryville kind of got screwed out of a couple of tiebreakers back in the days, and I think actually your wife might have been her senior year or junior year may have been one of those years.
Coach Quattlebaum.
Yeah, Coach Q's team lost like a 3-way tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, that's every year's a different year, and you talk about congratulations to us. Well, congratulations to the kids and the coaches, what they've done. You know, you just as a head coach, you're the orchestrator, and you put things in place, but they have to go out and do the work and things done, and they've done a great job, and we are continuing to getting better, and we're just looking forward to the next part of the season. You know, I think you look at the NFL, they divide the season up in the quarters. We kind of divide up into thirds. We had a little lull in that middle third. I mean, we had some injuries and just wasn't playing well. And the heat got to us, and we didn't have a lot of numbers. But now it's got cooler. I think we're hitting our stride. So we'll finish up this last third of the season and get ready for the playoff season. We're looking forward to it. I really appreciate you guys. Okay.
All right, Coach. You have a good weekend and take care. I think it should be a pretty good weekend for you here.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a former player, Chad Langston, getting married up in Wilkes County, and I'm going to go. I think me and the wife are going to try to get away. It's going to be tough having our son play a football game and not see it. It's going to be a first. We're going to go up to support Chad and his new wife, and his dad was one of our big boosters and just a great family. His uncle helped me coach, and we're going to take some time and get to see some old friends, so that's going to be a lot of fun, and then get ready for another week of football.
Okie dokie. Well, you have a good weekend. Next week, you guys at Pine Lake Prep, then home against Western City. Coach Tim Pruitt, Cherryville on the win last night, 40-18. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, let's do our scores real quick. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. It was last night on KTC Broadcasting. I'll take the first board, Kings Mountain. Vernon started off on fire, 7-0. The Q1 prior, folks, if you don't get a chance to get to see him play, you need to pull it up on YouTube next couple weeks if you don't get to go to the games. Chris is about to get to see how fast he really is. He's just something to watch. Kings Mountain wins, though, 63-21. Shelby and Crest both win 49-0 over East Gaston and North Gaston, respectively. Maiden, 13-10 over East Lincoln. Cherryville, 40-18 over Highland Tech. Terry?
It was East Rutherford 53, Chase 13, South Point New Trouble, Forest Central 49-0. Hunter House 49, Forest View 10. Thomas Jefferson 52, Bessemer City 20. Bandy's 36, West Lincoln 22, and Lincoln over Lake Norman 27-0.
I got it. Don't worry. I know you're still basking in that Bandy score. It's okay. 21-2, Stuart Kramer over Ashbrook. 47-19, North Lincoln over Newton Conover. 28-21, the Community School of Davidson over Union Academy. Mountain Island Charter 47, Pine Lake Prep 0. And 63-6, High Brighton over Eastburg.
It was Freedom over West Caldwell, 54-0. Alexander Central 28, St. Stephen's 13. 55-54, Hickory pulls one out narrowly over South Caldwell. Watauga over McDowell, 50-13. West Iredell over Bunker Hill, 30-7. And Fred T. Ford, 54, drawn 7.
All right, folks, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll finish up our college football, and we'll do our picks, and we've got to do our top 10 in just a few minutes. KDCBroadcasting.com.
It's the grand opening this Saturday, October 20th, of the all-new Professional Pharmacy, 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come join the boss as we broadcast live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. and register to win some great prizes, including a widescreen TV from Professional Pharmacy, plus lotions, free creams, sunblock, pill organizers, and more. Plus, the boss will be giving away 2 free nights lodging at the Red Roof Inn anywhere in the USA, plus free Renaissance Festival tickets, free Southern Christmas Show tickets, free rounds of golf at the Riverbend YMCA Golf Course, boss t-shirts, and more. And be sure to check out the new Professional Pharmacy. You can use their convenient drive-through window. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. for the big grand opening of the all-new Professional Pharmacy, and enjoy free hot dogs and soft drinks. Located at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs.
It's Mush Music and Mutts, Saturday, October 20th from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in Uptown Shelby. Join the fun with children's activities, inflatables, a pet parade, a canine demonstration, and 2 big outdoor stages for music, along with the Little Miss Livermush pageant. Plus, join the boss for our live remote broadcast, brought to you by Alley's Cafe on Highway 180 North in Shelby, by Bill Schubert Heating and Air on Campbell Street in Shelby, by Bruner's Automotive in downtown Cherryville, by Carolina Auto Glass on South Post Road in Shelby, by Dallid on West Marion Street in Shelby, by Denny's Restaurant on Highway 74 East in Shelby, by Diane Ledbetter Foothills Living Remax on East Marion Street in Shelby, and by Eric Johnson Auto Sales on the Tryon Courthouse Road in Cherryville. So join us for our live remote broadcast this Saturday, October 20th, during the Mush Music and Mutts Festival in Uptown Shelby.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings. I want to invite you to join the boss as we broadcast live this Saturday, October 20th, during the 50th anniversary celebration at Luz Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. And you're invited. Come help us celebrate as Luz Fish Box rolls back the prices. You'll find some great prices from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. that day. And come on by our booth and register to win. We're giving away free prizes. Also, Luz Fish Box will be giving away free prizes. We've got Renaissance Festival tickets, free rounds of golf at the Kings Mountain Country Club, Southern Christmas Show tickets, boss t-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th at Luz Fish Box for a live radio broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Old Highway 74 West in Kings Mountain. Get a free pumpkin at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. What did I say? That's right. Get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st when you take a test drive at Renato Auto Mall. Test drive a Honda, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Kia, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a GMC, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Buick, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a pre-owned vehicle and get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st only at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoAutomall.com. And happy Halloween from Renato Auto Mall. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. There's no one like you. And Pandora Jewelry is opening up all kinds of possibilities to show that to the world with the new open bangle. Beautifully crafted from sterling silver with new interchangeable end caps. You can mix, match, and even have the freedom to customize like never before. Shop the new open bangle from Pandora Jewelry now and do see the wonderful Pandora Jewelry. Available at Facet Foundry Jewelry Studios, 530 South New Hope Road, Gastonia. Online at FacetFoundryJewelry.com.
People call me all the time.
That's what we're going to do.
Terry's the most popular man in Lincoln County. I don't care what anybody says.
What? Folks, we will say the scores, I promise. You can listen to the show, watch the show. We're on YouTube Live on ktcbroadcasting.com, or you go straight to YouTube, search today on our show, search Campers In. Easy way to find a lot of KTC broadcast stuff. Just type in KTC Broadcasting, go to the page. If something's live and you search KTC Broadcasting, it'll most likely, more than likely, come up, and it'll be a big red button that says live there on your screen. You just click on the game or show that you want to watch. All right, getting back to college football, where we were a minute ago. I just about ruined my morning. Glad it was mostly ice, but Hunter would have had a nice cold lap there of ice water. All right, going up into the north, Michigan State, number 24, at Michigan, number 6.
They're number 6?
Yes. They flip-flop.
I said that out loud.
Michigan is number 6. That is what they are ranked.
According to my schedule here.
All I got to do is tell everybody in America the Big Ten's overrated.
I don't see
Except for
that
Ohio
at all.
State. Excuse me. I will take Ohio State above.
But even Ohio
Should
State.
NC State be ranked higher than Michigan?
Yes.
I mean,
I wasn't asking you. I know the question answer from that side of the table.
I mean, they shouldn't be that far separated. I don't.
Where's State ranked?
16th.
10 spots back.
I agree with the rankings. Michigan's played a harder schedule. Because NC, they have. And their only loss, you can't hold that only loss against them because it was to Notre Dame, who, if I'm not mistaken, is 5th.
Notre Dame. And like I said before, we beat them the last 3 times.
And who does Notre Dame play? I
So
mean, that
Notre Dame's played Michigan. They've played Stanford. They beat Stanford. Come on now.
Stanford.
They beat
Bryce
USC.
Love is
Stanford.
Bryce Love's not the same.
Stanford, the
USC
team
is
that
not
survived Arizona State, almost knocking them off.
Yeah, and USC. This is
You
probably
want
the
to talk
worst.
about how NC State's beating Notre Dame? I don't see you guys playing them this year.
Hey, we don't make their schedule. They make their own.
Yeah, that's the independent for you.
Yeah, they make their own schedule who they want to play out of the ACC. All they got to guarantee is 5 games against ACC teams.
Michigan
and
has
they
played the
definitely
harder
don't want to
schedule.
come and play North Carolina
Michigan
State.
is.
They don't want to play
I
Duke.
would give NC State the edge if only y'all's game against West Virginia wouldn't have got rained out. But I still can't promise y'all would have won that.
Terry.
Well, here's your problem with that. West Virginia's ranked 13th.
They're 5-1.
I know they
And
just
they got
lost
beat.
one.
Yeah.
Terry,
But
NC
it all
State
comes
should've
back
filled that
down to
open day with
scheduling.
Duke. I'm telling you. When's the last time State and Duke played?
It's been a while.
It's
That's
been a
what I'm
while. That's
saying.
what they should have filled that
Last
open day.
week when we played Virginia, it's been a while since we played them. I mean, I don't schedule these things, but I know when you go from 2012 to 2018 before you play a team in the ACC again, there's
Do you
something
not
wrong
think
with
you'll
that.
get a good ticket booth from a Duke game? Do you not
You
think
should.
that? You should, right?
You should.
It doesn't matter what
I
sport
mean,
it
Duke's
is.
better than Carolina.
And
They
I
are.
just bring
They
up
are.
the scheduling thing because I pin 100% on Alabama for their scheduling. I still think Alabama, even though they won the national championship last year, I don't think they should be number 1.
It's time.
They have played nobody.
It's
They
time
haven't
for.
even played a full game.
In fairness sakes, it's time for them to make the rule that you can only play one non-1A team.
Yeah.
If you want to play Appalachian State one
FCS,
time,
yeah.
I'll let you play one for money's sake. That's their argument is money, money, money. And then they turn around and say, we can't play the players. But we're going to give this school money, 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 money. But we can't play the players. It's all about money. We got to sign a bigger TV contract. We need more donations. We need more money. But we can't pay the players. So Michigan's sitting here at, 6 with 1 loss. NC State's in the same spot Carolina would be in, or
I
Virginia,
agree.
maybe Virginia. We talk about this every year. There's 4 or 5 names in every conference. No matter what they do, they'll be ranked in the top 10. If they're 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. NC State is not one of them. Carolina's not one of them. You got to be one of those name brands. They're teams that have to wait on other teams to lose. Is how they do it. And what amazes me, and this is what's crazy. Since this makes sense. Florida State goes 11-0. They're going to be a top 3, 2, 3, 4 team. Absolutely whatever. They'll say they won't say the conference is weak. NC State goes 11-0. Florida State goes 10-1. Conference is weak because NC State won and Florida State didn't. When that NC State's better than them, only because of the name. So NC State wins, the conference is weak. And Florida State wins, the conference is good. They did this with Carolina back in 98-99 year. They kept Carolina ranked like 15th the whole year, and in Florida State second. They played, Florida State won by like a touchdown. But that was the only game Carolina lost all year. They never sniffed like the top 5 or 10.
That's just like a few years ago when Trubisky was there at Carolina.
Yep.
Carolina had a chance to really go to the college football playoff. They were in the running to get into the college football playoff, but they didn't give them the nod because it was North Carolina in football.
Well, plus they were giving up like 30 points a game on defense.
Yeah, too. But my point is, by the name, the conference is looked at weak or not by the who's in first place, and I don't think that should matter.
Which I think is completely bogus because I think the ACC could be the second or third strongest of the Power Fives. I think the SEC has still got its power. I will give them second. I have the Big
Top to
10,
bottom,
Big 12, and then the Pac-12 is the bottom one for me in the top for Power 5.
Well, when I look at this poll, I go down and here's my deal. I can see Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Notre Dame, all them up there. Michigan, LSU, I'm not even going to complain about them. I think State's better than some of them. But when I drop down here and I see Texas, okay, all of a sudden the Texas Longhorns are good again this year.
It's because they beat Oklahoma.
It's the name. It's the brand
but
value.
They jumped from being unranked all the way up to number 7.
It's brand value,
Okay,
Terry.
that's fine with me.
Where's App ranked?
They're not.
I was going to say if they are, it's 25th or so.
But then when I go
Penn State's
down,
lost how many games?
Penn State's lost, what, 2 of it?
They're still ranked.
State.
They're still ranked.
They finally fell below State at number 18, and I've said all year they were daggone.
Who did Penn
too good
State
be
lose to?
overranked.
Penn State lost to Ohio State, and then who was their most recent loss to?
Last week, was it not?
I can't remember who they lost.
Yeah.
But see, that's the whole thing about what they look at as losses, is if it's against a ranked opponent or not.
Well, here's
Same
my
with
deal.
wins.
Now you
I
tell
think they
me.
should do the points like we do. If you get one, if you beat a 1 AA,
Now
you
here's
get 1.
this:
If you get
is
another, you get 2.
Is Penn State still in front of Central Florida?
No.
No.
Okay.
Central Florida's number 10.
As long as the undefeateds are still in front of 2 lost teams, I'm okay with it.
Well, you got 2 teams that are unbeaten that's behind Penn State, Cincinnati and South Florida.
Well, then that's wrong. Then that's wrong.
It's crazy.
Well, and here's me, and when I go on down and people talk about Kentucky, Kentucky's ranked 14th. Come on, wow, because they in the SEC?
So this gets back. This gets back to the point of the matter of you probably shouldn't do any rankings until week 6 or 7, because they
do the college football.
Our rankings on the board in high school don't matter because they don't mean anything.
Yeah,
but
that's not going to send you to.
These
to a
actually mean something, and then when you get down to the year when you look at the board and you're like, well, NC State. So Alabama sits at 1 and Clemson at 2. They got to be knocked off of there. NC State's got to work to get there. Mm-hmm. So if NC State goes 10-0 and Clemson goes 10-0, pretty much the exact same schedule, and they get it, or they can't this year, but for example, namesake, Clemson's going to get that higher spot in the poll, and NC State would have to beat them, and if they didn't play each other,
that's how it is right now. They're both undefeated, and they just have to play each other during the season.
But what if they did?
I
think I was getting at what if they didn't play each other, and then we're all doing monkey business on who's. Like they're both 10-0 and they didn't play each other. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And then you got Clemson at 3 and NC State like 7 in these polls. That's not fair to state at all like that.
Y'all know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Clemson is number 3.
What if State wins? What's going to be the ranking?
If State wins, here's what's going to happen. State's going to go to number 12. Clemson's going to fall to 6 or 7.
Yeah. I was going to say
they're going to stay ahead of State in this thing.
I think they would only move State 3 spots.
But now, if we lose, State will go from 16th to 25th.
Or 26.
They might fall out of the poll. They might fall out of the whole poll.
Is what's going to happen. Y'all know that as much as I do.
I know it is. I know it is. But to me, this is 100%. Because the committee has come out and said, when it comes to the college football committee now for the playoffs and whatnot, they're going to take strength of schedule into consideration. If that's the case, Alabama should not even be considered for what the cupcakes that they.
How do they determine strength of schedule?
Well,
how can you determine a strength of schedule? How can you say
I would say
you beat the 35th team and you beat the 95th team?
Yeah, that's why they look at it.
Because that's a 60-team difference. If you're looking at that, that totally affects.
It would be what their rank is, and if it's a Power 5 conference team and not a little FCS team.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You might even agree with me. If we go by who you played, LSU. And
if it goes by strength of schedule, LSU should really be probably third.
They should be up there in rank. And I'm gonna say Fighting Irish. Fighting Irish ought to be number 1. LSU number 2.
All right, I'm gonna read
if you go by strength of
I'm
schedule.
gonna read you the number 1 team's tough schedule they've played this year. Louisville, Arkansas State, Ole Miss.
I thought that was gonna be more of a game.
The total right then, they gave up 28 points.
Texas A&M.
They are good though.
University of Louisiana Lafayette.
The Raging Cajuns.
And that's week 5. That's week 5.
Week 5, University of Louisiana.
They do make a bowl game.
Lafayette.
They do. They always go play in that one in New Orleans, and everybody shows up.
Terry, that does not count.
Well, they do.
Tell that to the school.
I will. That doesn't count. I'm gonna tell Appalachian. Every single bowl you've won, Appalachian State is a fraudulent piece of crap. Roll it down the mountain with
All
the
I know is
skis.
Appalachian State say we're unbeaten.
What bowl is it? I'm an App grad. What bowl is it that we keep winning? The only one that we can win every year.
They won
the Camellia Bowl.
They won the Camellia Bowl twice, and they won the Dollar General Bowl.
Sweet.
Let me tell you something.
Sweet.
I'm looking at this game.
They ought to put that. They ought to build a trophy case in Boone with those stupid damn trophies and put it right in the middle of 321 when you come around the corner.
See what I'm seeing?
So you see that.
You're seeing what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
And I think it could
the Citadel in week 12.
No.
That's who Alabama plays in week 11. The
I'm
Citadel.
talking not this,
The
not tomorrow,
Citadel.
not today, but next Saturday. After what I saw this past weekend.
LSU.
2 weeks.
Yeah, they're at LSU.
So let me finish their schedule. They played Arkansas.
Coach O's going to drink like 17 monsters before that game.
Yeah. Missouri.
It's going to be vibrating.
They play at Tennessee, and then they got LSU, Mississippi State, Citadel, and unranked Auburn. So if it goes holds, they'll play maybe 2 ranked teams the whole season.
And only one of them can really give them a shot. That's
There's
LSU.
a chance for 3 ranked teams. If Mississippi State loses, they're out. If Mississippi State keeps winning, they'll stay in the top 25, and they'll play 3 ranked teams. But so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 games in which some of them are Arkansas State, Louisiana Lafayette, and the Citadel. 3 wins that the backups can win. Appalachian State don't even practice hard when they play the Citadel. Come on.
Third string could win now.
Yes. Probably the JV, the field hockey team could come out there and win that one if they wanted to.
Well, their third string could be starting for Louisiana Lafayette.
And watch. As soon as we get near the end of the season, folks, it's going to be on cue. Nick Saban will come out and trash everyone else's schedule so quickly. It's just coming. NC State, Terry, y'all start sneaking up in there. He's gonna throw y'all under the bus too.
I'd like to see them pull up, top strength of schedules, because Alabama's nowhere near the
It'll
top.
probably say they are.
But I want to see if any of the ranked teams are even in the top 10. Because sometimes the hardest schedules, those guys they just get waxed. They won't even be ranked.
But the way they also do it though, Hunter, and if you look in college basketball, so they will be in. You'll look in there and you'll see Duke's got like the top 3 hardest schedule, and then you look at their first 15 games. The backups could win that game. Same thing with Carolina. And
it's really conference play that makes it so difficult for Duke and North Carolina. They can't help the ACCs for the most dominant.
And you play everybody twice at that point. Yeah. I mean, you're going to get those exhibition games, but they don't count.
Where are they at?
I'm still scrolling down. Appalachian's got a harder strength of schedule.
Alabama. I saw them. Alabama's 29.
One up.
They are
29.
Alabama 29th, Appalachian State 30th.
Now let's look at the top 5.
You don't tell me if App went 11-0 and beat Penn State, Nick Saban wouldn't be on national TV trashing Boone, saying that we have no hard strength. Here's the teams who have a harder strength of schedule than Alabama: Utah, Duke,
boy,
Auburn.
Well, some of these a lot of these other big schools. I was looking for crappy teams. I guess Auburn worked out quick.
No, they're all Missouri.
Missouri's got the 4th hardest. Georgia's crappy. They're 7th. Texas Christian's got the 8th hardest. Kentucky, South Carolina at 10. The hardest in the country, if anybody was wondering, is the Iowa State Cyclones, and y'all just picked them to win an upset. So there you go, guys. There's your secret upset gambling pick, is that they have the hardest But they are 3-3.
Hey, if Iowa
They are
State's at
3-3.
home,
So gamblers, yeah.
I'd like to see. Yeah, they're 3-3, but I'd like to see if all 3 of those wins are at home, and if all 3 of those losses are away.
How many links do I have to click on to make Hunter happy?
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, it's nothing to
It's all
let me
about
see.
facts.
Okay, their first loss was away. Second loss was home. Okay, just right.
Two losses were away. So you thought they was going to go 3 and
I thought they were 3-3 because I'd take them at home. I'd just take them at home. It's hard to win out there.
It's
What,
bad.
isn't it
How
Des
far down
Moines?
is North Carolina State? I mean, talk about strength of schedule.
Oh, we didn't even find.
Yeah, we didn't even see them.
That's what I'm saying.
My Lord, we're down in the hundreds.
There's Carolina's at 61.
Oh my God! Look at that. Right there they are. 79.
Terry, y'all gonna play somebody.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying, Terry.
once we beat number 14
Hey,
Clemson
look,
today.
look who's at 78 right above NC State, Central Florida. So there you go, Terry. Central Florida needs to be in the ACC. Cut some of these people out.
I'll tell you what. If App wants recognition, in all seriousness, I know they can pull off the big upset, but they got to move out of that conference.
Well,
I agree.
You got to be invited first of all.
You're right.
I
No
mean-
one wants to pull
I mean-
it. No one wants to invite them because there's such a big upset.
We talked a little about this last week. Like, who's inviting me? Like, the Big Ten's got lost in the mail, Hunter. They're still waiting on theirs. I don't think that one's coming in
If the Big
anytime
Ten
soon.
will allow Maryland to join them.
Well, yeah, they're definitely qualified.
That's a market. That's the Washington D.C. market and the Baltimore market.
Should've
That's why
never-
you brought
should've
in
never
Maryland.
left
Where App is located, they probably qualified for a couple of conferences. I guess you could do Conference USA if you really want to do that.
Anybody can do Conference USA.
But you
The
could do the
American
big. You could still do
Conference.
the Big Ten if Maryland can be in it. Appalachian could be in it.
You can do the ACC, but that'll
Appalachian's
never
problem
happen.
with that is Appalachian's problem with it also is travel. They have to take a bus ride or a small plane ride to get to a big plane.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
they'd go.
you got to drive down to Hickory to get in.
And then we also have to. You have to overlook just football. You got to look at every other sport they play.
Well, every other sport App's played has been 1A for 25 years. I mean, football is the only one that just now moved up. They're all been that level now. I know y'all told me I was crazy last week, but still, with 4 teams in the ACC already in North Carolina, this is prime recruiting land that the SEC could poach. So
that's what I would
when
have
the
said
SEC,
is the SEC because they're right there. They can.
They
go
don't have
over
a
to
North
Tennessee.
Carolina team?
They don't. They could go over here to Tennessee and Kentucky.
There's a lot of value in that. Virginia, is there an SEC team in Virginia?
SEC, the highest they go is Kentucky.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, really, truthfully, but are you going to argue that Vanderbilt's that much better than Appalachian State? So, if someone wants to say
Appalachian
App can't be in the
Appalachian
SEC.
State would
Appalachian State
so
would beat Vanderbilt.
what would-
I think Appalachian State would beat Missouri.
What would App's record be in the SEC this year if they played? Remember. Well, let's go to let's do Alabama's schedule real
Yeah,
quick.
let's do that.
How about that?
Yeah, if
Louisville.
Appalachian, they could win. They could beat.
Yeah,
Louisville.
if
they
they
could
can
beat.
almost
count
beat,
wins and losses
if
for
they
me
can
here.
almost beat Penn State,
They can almost beat
Arkansas State.
That's a win.
They already beat them.
Mississippi.
That's a dogfight. I think Mississippi would.
Just put the ones we definitely know will win.
Okay.
Texas A&M.
No.
That's a loss. Yeah.
Louisiana Lafayette.
That's a win.
Arkansas.
That's a win for. I give that.
Yeah,
to-
Arkansas.
give it to
bad.
them?
Yeah, Arkansas
bad.
is bad.
Missouri.
That's a win.
That's
I can give it to them.
At Tennessee.
They
about beat them a couple years ago.
Yeah,
That's
they about beat them last year.
But you can't give it to them. I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
You
them
can't
a
just
L.
say
I'll give them
definitely.
a L.
LSU lost, Mississippi State lost, Citadel win, Auburn lost.
Okay, so you
So
said-
they're
App goes
6
6 and 5 or 6 on Alabama's schedule.
6-6 in the SEC.
That's a bowl game.
That's a bowl.
Appalachian State, looking at Alabama's schedule, folks, when you say they shouldn't be in the SEC, one, they had to have the whole state of North Carolina to recruit. Anything north of the border, think about people in the Virginia kids. Think about them. Hey, how would you like to cross the border an hour and a half across the border and play for in the SEC?
You already know
the
where-
Virginia Tech kids.
Well, one of the
Right?
big places that App pulls from recruiting-wise is Atlanta in the first place.
Yep.
You get a lot of kids that come up 85 from Atlanta, from Macon, from Georgia that go and play at Appalachian.
Okay,
as much as
your-
any place.
Yeah, and here's your deal. In their conference, I'm gonna say 10-2. They probably gonna go 11-1.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're gonna get one of them Dollar General bowls again. If you were in the SEC and you went
get a big
6-6, they're gonna give you a decent bowl.
And you're gonna
They'll be
get
in the
and
Peach
that's
Bowl
money.
against North Carolina.
And that's
I mean,
money.
NC State.
You get better money for those
Yeah,
bigger bowls.
that's exactly what would
So
happen.
That's a Peach Bowl.
If I was Appalachian, and if I'll be honest, if I
Or
was the
the-
SEC, if
it
I
could
was
be
the
a belt
SEC,
bowl.
I would want
They got
that.
like 15
It could be a
bowls.
belt bowl.
Yeah, if
I
I was the
think it'd be
SEC,
playing in Charlotte.
if I was the SEC, I would want Appalachian. I would want
That's
Appalachian.
my point, because it's and it's also for the SEC. The other thing, how would they poach? They can't. You know how hard it'd be to poach Carolina, Duke, NC State, or Wake Forest and split any of them
They're
up?
not. You're not going.
So I don't think it is. All right. The last thing is on the schedule about Duke and NC State not playing. They've also got to fix that to where you play. I think the schedule should be.
All 4 of those teams need to play. Like
I think the
Wake,
schedule should
Carolina,
be 10
Duke, and
conference games, 1 out of conference game, and then 1 AA game. That's it. If we're going to make the argument that my conference is so good and put 20 teams in it, and then you don't even play each other,
That's what
You only play half.
Think about
Virginia.
it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because we could look at Alabama's
2012
schedule and make
18.
that same. All right, so take out.
Louisville, Arkansas, Louisiana Lafayette.
So here we'll give one of the
4
out of conference games to
4
Louisville.
out-of-conference
To Louisville, we'll give the out of conference game to Louisville. The game they should take away, or that we can give them that's kind of cupcakey, we'll give them Arkansas State because that's back to back, 1 and 2. Take out the Citadel
And Lafayette.
and Lafayette, and replace them with teams in the East.
Right.
In the East, I think they. Because I'm telling you, Florida will give them a run. Could give them a run for their money, especially if it was at Florida. Georgia would be the same way if it was at Athens.
But what does it tell you guys?
Nick Saban's scared.
No, well, not that. That the bigger schools, think about it. When we talk about all this money, right? How much more are the TV contracts important than actual gate when they're willing to pay the Citadel to come play them instead of having a Florida-Alabama gate?
Dude, that would be a sold out.
Is that not the biggest red flag you can look at? They're willing not to have a Florida-Alabama gate.
That tells you how much
rather
they care about the TV money than they get money and people showing up. I mean, TV money, that's $1 billion deals. They don't care. They'll lose a couple million on one game day to make billions back.
Yep.
They have no problem doing
So that's something to really think about. Though,
Also,
that they'll sit there and play. They'll pay one of these 1AA teams to come into their stadium and be half field instead of having a full boat SEC game.
Terry, I think it is a catastrophe that college game day is not down there for Clemson, NC State.
Oh, come on, man.
Where
it's
are
a good
they?
story. It's Washington State.
I could care less. This is 2 undefeated.
Washington State.
It's a good story, man.
Are they
Y'all don't
ranked?
even know. I'm not going to. No, they're not. That's not the point.
Yeah, they are. 25th.
Washington State is?
25th.
Oh, man.
5
Look
and
at
1.
Mike Leach and his...
3
Well, never mind. We won't talk about Mike Leach. That's not. But no, that's the whole story about, on game day, they have the Washington State flag that's been there forever. There's always that one guy who has the Washington State
Do it
flag.
another week when they're not 2 undefeateds going at it.
It's the middle of October.
Not to
They've got
mention-
a lot more important games down the stretch.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that we're going to go do this one, even though, again, 2 unbeaten teams are playing.
They're still going to talk about
And
it,
it's
Terry,
in
don't
Guarantee
worry.
next
How
week
many
they
times
go
have they been to
somewhere that's
Clemson
a
over
top notch.
How many times have they been to Clemson over the past 4 or 5
Is
years?
it at Clemson?
It's at Clemson.
That's tough. If it's at State, I'd say they'd have to be there.
Yeah, if it was at State, I would definitely
because State's not going to be on there.
Exactly,
Clemson.
that's what I'm saying. They've been to Clemson 3 or 4 times over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but NC State has almost beaten Clemson almost 2 of the 3 years. Like, this is an upset in the making. Like, it is brewing.
All right, guys, we got to do these picks as quick as possible.
Just do a couple of top games. Like, the Michigan State game, definitely got to pick that.
Michigan State host Michigan 24, host 6.
Michigan.
I'm taking Michigan.
Oh, you got these down?
Come on, Hunter.
I can just
Write them on Terry's unbeaten sheet you can keep for
Yes.
next week. He'll have another sheet.
He'll have another one. I know.
I've got one.
He's got a. Terry's got copies that he hands out.
Yeah, he does.
I do.
He rolls it up,
I
he folds it up and puts it under people's windshield wipers.
You think
he leaves
that's
it at your, He leaves it at your
All
door
them
like a
people
Jehovah's
have
Witness.
He's got
handing out
copies
watch
of the
shadow.
last undefeated team.
I hand it out to people. I say, don't forget
Terry
who's on
goes
there.
around knocking on doors like he's a Jehovah's Witness. Have you heard about our
He's
Lord
a
and Savior Ryan Finley?
Like the lawnmower kid, the lawnmower
Ryan
posts.
Finley.
Are you taping those to press mailboxes, Terry and Vale? If you get a piece of paper taped to your mailbox today about NC State, folks, it was Terry Reinhardt. You can take that back. You take that stuff up to Mitch's kitchen, right? Terry will
Get you a free biscuit.
Terry will make you a biscuit or
make
something.
you pay more.
All right, Illinois at number 23, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Number 20, Cincinnati at Temple.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
I'm on to Cincinnati.
This is for Carson. Virginia at Duke.
Duke. Virginia's and Duke's
I'll
got
take
Daniel Jones back.
If you knew nothing
Duke.
about these teams and you turned the TV on and I told you we're watching Bowling Green versus Ohio, would you be confused But which team was the orange team and which team was the green team?
No, well, if I didn't know
I
who
just
they
said
were,
if you've never watched
if I
them.
didn't know who they were,
And Bowling Green's playing Ohio.
If I couldn't read and they didn't say
Ohio,
Ohio,
Is it on their helmets?
Yeah, it's on their helmets.
But Ohio's green and Bowling Green is orange.
Are we
So-
really?
No, I was just wondering.
Just wanted to confuse somebody.
Would you be confused?
Yeah.
All right, Terry. NC State at Clemson.
Oklahoma State wins.
I got Clemson in a close one.
Hunter.
Terry, y'all do it this year.
Oh, he didn't want to say
Don't
it.
sound so sure about it, man.
Call
State.
That means that's the kiss of death, Terry.
Because it's hard for Ohio fans to pick NC State.
That's the kiss of
And I
death.
have nothing. Clemson's defense is good.
That's the best defense
But
you're going to play
Ryan
all year.
Finley, he completes 72% of the
He
And
hasn't faced the front like this, though, Terry.
And I'm gonna tell you something Clemson hadn't faced, and you people can sit back. You watch the game today. Clemson has never seen the receiver State's gonna throw at them. The Harmon, and I can't think of the guy. He starts with an E. I can't even think of his name. But those two guys, if it's there, they remind me a lot of Dez Bryant. If it's there, they will go get it.
State don't ever win anything, and they keep
I'll tell you,
producing all these
I
NFL
know.
players.
They really do.
There's a lot. I mean, they produce
I said
a
it.
lot of
I said it
NFL
last
players.
night. Someone asked me how I felt about
Can't beat
Finley going to the
anybody.
draft. I said he could be a starter, but a pick. He'll
He's
be
a top 10.
He'll be a late pick though.
He'll be a top 10 pick in the
I
NFL.
would say maybe
He'll
second
be
or
Mike
third
Glennon
round.
and
I'm
Mark
taking
Martinez.
NC State mostly because this is going to be the biggest test that this young quarterback's faced all year. I don't think he's ready for it.
He will be a top 10 pick for one of the biggest reasons. He's a pocket quarterback.
All right, let's get on down the line. Colorado at number 15, Washington.
Washington.
18, Penn State at Indiana.
My God, I wish I could take Indiana, but Penn State wins.
Yeah, so much of me wants to take Indiana with Penn State.
Hey, Appalachian hosts the Raging Cajuns. Alabama,
that's all day.
common opponents. We get to compare right now.
Go put Appalachian all day on that.
Yeah, put Appalachian all day on that one there. Alabama beat them 56-14, so that's your goal app. 56. Write that next to it, too. 56-14. That's the pick. All right, get on down the line here. Mississippi State 22 at number 5, LSU.
LSU.
LAU.
What's up with LSU getting all these back-to-back home games?
Number 10, UCF at East Carolina. The Pirates pull the upset.
Oh,
No,
no, that one will be over in 2
UCF,
hours.
Yeah.
That one was over when UCF got on the bus this morning. UConn at number 21, South
If
Florida.
it's playing at UConn, maybe, but just South Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida.
Ohio State over Purdue. Don't even write it down. Number 12, Oregon at number 25, Washington State.
Yeah.
College game day.
Oregon.
Tickets are $299.
Yeah, they are.
Hunter's taking
Pullman is a very small town. They had to literally.
That's the highest price.
They had to
ticket.
put people up in the president's house to accommodate all these people with game day and everything.
Well, let me tell you something. Oregon's going to win this one.
I don't know,
Oregon?
man.
Washington State's going to win
Washington's got
because
a big
Oregon
offense.
survived last week
Yeah,
when they should have.
Washington State's got a big offense. They got college game day coming. I'm picking the Cougs.
I don't know why they got college team.
I like Herbert.
Come on, man.
I like
Read a
Herbert.
story.
Vanderbilt goes to the home of the biggest, actually the biggest quarterback alumnus in college football history. Kentucky is number 14. They host Vandy.
Kentucky.
Jared Lorenzen's who I'm talking about if you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, the hefty lefty.
Yeah. He's fun to watch, though.
Still
He's-
playing
he's
somewhere.
a fun guy. I think that's it on our top 25, guys. It's time to take a break. JP, we're way behind. I know we're going to take a double break. We'll be right back. KDCBroadcasting.com.
It's the grand opening this Saturday, October 20th, of the all-new Professional Pharmacy, 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come join the boss as we broadcast live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. and register to win some great prizes, including a widescreen TV from Professional Pharmacy, plus lotions, free creams, sunblock, pill organizers, and more. Plus, the boss will be giving away 2 free nights lodging at the Red Roof Inn anywhere in the USA, plus free Renaissance Festival tickets, free Southern Christmas Show tickets, free rounds of golf at the Riverbend YMCA Golf Course, boss t-shirts, and more. And be sure to check out the new Professional Pharmacy. You can use their convenient drive-through window. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. for the big grand opening of the all-new Professional Pharmacy. And enjoy free hot dogs and soft drinks. located at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs.
It's Mush Music and Mutts, Saturday, October 20th from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in Uptown Shelby. Join the fun with children's activities, inflatables, a pet parade, a K9 demonstration, and 2 big outdoor stages for music, along with the Little Miss Livermush pageant. Plus, join the boss for our live remote broadcast brought to you by the Smoker's Edge on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, by the Tradeside Trader on South Railroad Avenue in Kings Mountain, by Uptown Mini Storage on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, by Webb Chemical and Paper Company on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, by West End Sales on Highway 18 North in Vale, by Marco Insurance in Uptown Shelby, by Sandy's Country Christmas on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, by L's Incredible Edibles on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, by Boost Bicycles on West Marion Street in Shelby, and by Fuller's Automotive on East Marion Street in Shelby. Join us for our live remote broadcast this Saturday, October 20th during the Mush Music and Mutts Festival in Uptown Shelby.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings. I want to invite you to join the boss as we broadcast live this Saturday, October 20th, during the 50th anniversary celebration at Luz Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. And you're invited. Come help us celebrate as Luz Fish Box rolls back the prices. You'll find some great prices from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. that day. And come on by our booth and register to win. We're giving away free prizes. Also, Luz Fish Box will be giving away free prizes. We've got Renaissance Festival tickets, free rounds of golf for the Kings Mountain Country Club, Southern Christmas Show tickets, Boss T-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th at Luz Fish Box for a live radio broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Old Highway 74 West in Kings Mountain. Get a free pumpkin at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. What did I say? That's right. Get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st when you take a test drive at Renato Auto Mall. Test drive a Honda, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Kia, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a GMC, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Buick, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a pre-owned vehicle and get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st only at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoAutomall.com. And happy Halloween from Renato Auto Mall.
The moment. You can hear replays of it tonight or tomorrow morning.
Angles to the right at the 15.
You can relive it in your mind over and over.
What do you stiff arm there?
The moment can last a lifetime.
Far sideline, he's into pit territory.
But the moment really only happens once.
25-20 takes it to the house.
Live in the moment right here on the Tar Heel Sports Network. Powered by Learfield.
When you shop our local advertisers, be sure to tell them you heard it on the radio. That way they'll know that their radio dollars they spend works for them and you too. Even in today's fast-moving world, radio remains the leading media to reach more people. 93% of Americans listen to AM/FM radio over the air. TV viewership is 89%, smartphone use is 83%, and personal computer use is 50%. So if you're a business owner, reach more people with the power of radio. If you don't tell it, you can't sell it. See the power of radio. WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville. Online at ktcbroadcasting.com. It's the grand opening this Saturday, October 20th, of the all-new Professional Pharmacy, 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs. Come join the boss as we broadcast live from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. and register to win some great prizes, including a widescreen TV from Professional Pharmacy, plus lotions, free creams, sunblock, pill organizers, and more. Plus, the boss will be giving away 2 free nights lodging at the Red Roof Inn anywhere in the USA, plus free Renaissance Festival tickets, free Southern Christmas Show tickets, free rounds of golf at the Riverbend YMCA Golf Course, Boss T-shirts, and more. And be sure to check out the new Professional Pharmacy. You can use their convenient drive-through window. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. for the big grand opening of the all-new Professional Pharmacy. And enjoy free hot dogs and soft drinks. Located at 128 North Main Street in Bowling Springs.
once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Huzzah! Saturdays and Sundays, September 29th through November 18th. Presented by Pepsi. Endless entertainments.
Jousting night. Men in tights. Hi.
New sea ferries. The living mermaids. Magic and merriment.
Come to the Renaissance Festival.
Saturdays and Sundays, September 29th through November 18th. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, a giant crafts market, jousting nights, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop great family adventure.
The festival is so awesome.
Discount tickets at Hedestita stores or print your own online at renfestinfo.com. Renaissance Festival, here I come.
Our attention is on the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Here's Cole Custer. He's digging to the inside of Elliott Sadler.
Round 2 of the playoffs opens in Kansas City.
He's got to go to the whip and get there in a hurry.
And the 8 remaining title hopefuls are fighting for an edge.
Oh, here we go. Trouble. Turn number 4. Tipped up the racetrack.
The Kansas Lottery 300.
Oh, Matt Tift is not happy. Tift is tracking him down.
Saturday at 2:30 on the Motor Racing Network.
The Kansas Lottery 300 this Saturday afternoon at 2:30 on Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Get a free pumpkin at Renato Auto Mall in Shelby. What did I say? That's right. Get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st when you take a test drive at Renato Auto Mall. Test drive a Honda, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Kia, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a GMC, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a Buick, get a free pumpkin. Test drive a pre-owned vehicle and get a free pumpkin October 22nd through October 31st only at Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at RenatoAutomall.com. And happy Halloween from Renato Auto Mall. Rock your way with Ace and enjoy the ultimate racing experience. See Ferguson's Ace Hardware in Cherryville for all the details. And enjoy concerts for a year and the top NASCAR races across the country. Go to raceatace.com or musicatace.com. And now at Ferguson's Ace Hardware, the Grommet, the newest member of the Ace family with up-and-coming products including tools, gadgets, problem solvers, and design innovations. All at Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville.
For 9 straight years, Ewing Insurance Agency in Gastonia has been voted the #1 insurance agency in the county. There's got to be a reason why. Ewing Insurance Agency features over 75 years of combined experience. Whether you're looking for a review of your auto or homeowner's insurance or seeking a customized business insurance package, the team at Ewing Insurance Agency is ready to tailor a plan that's right for you. Drop by their office at 1548 Union Road, Suite C in Gastonia. Visit their website at insuregaston.com. That's Ewing Insurance Agency.
They both enjoyed both. Right? From as far as I know,
one enjoyed getting paid. I know.
As far as I know, horses eat mushrooms. Right? All right. Here we go. NBA is back. Let's celebrate. It's October.
Yeah.
Is it not weird?
It's too early.
This is so weird.
Cut 20 games out of the NBA season.
No, they spread it out a little more, so you're not gonna have Greg Popovich sitting somebody.
I know that. I know exactly why they do it. I think it's just stupid. I think they need to cut 20 games.
Listen, man.
Half the games don't even mean anything.
I will say this. I don't think there's a problem with the 82 schedule. Michael Jordan and everybody else played 82 games back in the day. The problem is that these kids today don't want to be paid $10 to $20 million to go play basketball. The whole 2 and 3 days off and then complain about how tired they are stuff. They can fix the back-to-backs, and this is what they've expanded the season for. Yeah. But 2, 3, 4 days off and then complain about when baseball plays every day for 6
days out of the week. Yeah.
And then, we can't go play basketball. Like, what are you doing today? Eating ice cream? Like, let's go play basketball. And to be good at basketball and keep playing basketball, Terry, if you take a day, you can't take days off really at basketball. Like you got to keep shooting, keep warm.
You do have to.
I mean, during the basketball season, I almost never did even want to do anything else. Didn't want to throw any baseball, football, nothing, because you got to keep going at that same pace. Play, keep your rhythm, keep going. And Hunter, I get what you're saying now. That if they're not going to play, what's the point?
Exactly.
But yeah, maybe they can fix the schedules, the whole East-West thing. Maybe
I'm
they
just
can
saying,
look
like
into
if
some
they
of that.
want if they want their rest, just cut 20 games out of the season.
Well, yeah, that's
just
true.
cut. If
They're going to cut that money.
I know that's what they don't want to do. But let me tell you something. Half the people don't even watch these games during the regular season.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Like they have these huge TV contracts, but the ratings are down anyways. On some of these networks, some of them are more watched than others.
The NBA's always had the biggest. In the NFL, you could argue that 25 teams could beat 25 teams on any given day. You got 5 that just can't beat anybody, maybe.
And the
NBA's usually got about 10 that just struggle against the rest of the league, and it's always been like that. But it's hard not to when you've got only 5 players on the court. You can only. I mean, if you can't beat Michael, if you can't beat LeBron, you can't beat Durant. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? Like you can only go so far. Getting into this, Hornets start the season 1-1 for you Charlotte local fans.
Same thing as Boston.
Boston lost last night to Toronto. That's probably a way more important game than the Charlotte-Orlando game, don't you think?
What does it mean?
Boston,
Kawhi playing at home, playing against a top-notch Boston team, and they come out on top. That's what you expected.
Is that going to be the Eastern Conference Finals?
What, those two? I would think so.
But just remember, Toronto's known for having strong regular seasons, but when they get to the postseason, they just lay an egg.
I'm going to tell you somebody
else maybe a different animal than DeRozan.
That's going to be a disappointment this year, and y'all might think different. I think Houston. Carmelo Anthony is terrible, and they gave up Ariza to keep eating so they could have him.
They let up a
What
defensive.
a mess. They should have never did that.
No, I agree. They should have never did that. But Carmelo had options to go anywhere. He just decided to go to Houston.
He thought I can get down there and fire it up.
But Carmelo should have looked at it this way. Carmelo cannot get in a rhythm when he comes off the bench. And Houston doesn't want to start him. He shouldn't. And I agree. He shouldn't start for Houston. So if I was Carmelo and I still wanted to start and get numbers, if I was him, I'd have went to Atlanta. 1, it's in the Eastern Conference. Okay. 2, there's Trae Young down there, so it's kind of a young guy that can facilitate.
That's going to be a rough year.
Wouldn't that be
Look,
something?
I don't care.
Two guys that shoot from everywhere.
I was going to say, yeah, that's only going to pull shots from
Look,
him.
Carmelo is trying to ring chase, and he's trying to get there any way possible. All Carmelo does is bring down a team, so he needs to realize, hey, why don't I just go finish out my career somewhere else? Just be a sojourner at this point and go get money. Just go get money, because you're not winning the championship.
Well,
you
want to
be
win one
you
in his
and
lifetime
Chris,
either,
you and
unless he's with
CP3 want
somebody
to try and catch Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, your banana boat buddies, so bad, so bad. Carmelo just doesn't make any team really better at this point. So just go play for Hawks who are already in the rebuild. Go be a veteran presence around someone that wants to shoot and actually probably is a better shooter than you at this point in Trae Young.
You think so?
Trae Young is a good shooter.
I think neither one of them. I think every shot, as soon as they walk in the gym, they think they're open.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you can say the same thing about
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
They were shots the other night that Carmelo was taking, and it was look like I'm just forcing it.
Oh, well, you can say the same thing about Steph Curry. As soon as he walks in the room, he thinks he's in range. Same with LeBron.
Yeah, but he can hit his.
Yeah.
These guys
shooters
going to
shoot.
The thing I worry about with Trae Young more than anything is people always they compare him to Steph Curry. He is literally shooting it right at his chin. Steph, he did that when he was 16 and weighed 120 pounds, and then what Dale did? He said, "Pick your elbow up, kid."
He got bigger as well. Trae Young still has got to put some size. He was only a freshman. He should have. For me,
I'm
Trae
not
Young.
saying his size is any sort of excuse, but he needs to pick his hand up before somebody starts throwing it back.
Well, let me
in
tell
his
you
face.
something.
That's all I'm saying.
He's in the NBA now. They got coaches for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He'll learn.
Well,
just like Lonzo just learned. He had to readjust his
Well,
shot.
you said
Doesn't
that,
mean it's
and then
going to
he
be
came
better,
out, yeah.
but I mean, he's readjusting his shot.
As long as Lonzo's elbow is, perpendicular to the rest of his body, I'm not going to trust his shot.
So
no
look,
matter
guys,
what.
don't read too much into it about Trae. I'm just saying.
Okay,
for
I
Carmelo,
just want him because I don't think he's a good player at all.
I just would not have traded Trae Young for Luka Doncic. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. There you go.
No, that was. I would agree with that. That was a dumb move.
Especially
I'm
like
just
you
saying.
said, Hunter. I think if you keep Luka Doncic, I think you There's
the Mavericks have gotten something there. The Mavericks, they got something there.
Really good.
They
That's
do because he's going to learn behind Nowitzki. Nowitzki's hurt for a little bit, but
he'll be more of a point guard really than Dennis Smith Jr. is.
Oh yeah, he comes into this for the Mavericks like, and take this with a grain of salt. I'm just using the comparison, but how LeBron James is with every other team, point forward.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the ball and he's got ball handling skills, and he's got the floor presence, floor general presence to bring the ball up out. Because Dennis Smith Jr., who was the comparison coming out? He was Russell Westbrook. And I still think Russell Westbrook is better if he plays two guard than a point guard. But going back to Carmelo Anthony, that's all I'm saying. For me, I agree with you. I think this was a bad move for Houston, completely. So if I was Houston, I would not have even offered anything. Kept Trevor Ariza because he was the only one that could maybe line up and slow down. He can't stop him. Slow down Durant. And LeBron's out here now in the West. Maybe slow down LeBron just because he's such a physical. He's a physical defender.
And Luka Mbamute, I think that's one that people might forget about from Houston because he sort of like Trevor Ariza. You put him out there just to play defense, and you had their defensive coordinator basically for the Rockets, who I can't remember his name, but he retired after the year. And him and Chris Paul were basically the reason they had such a good defense last year. They sat down, put it together because Chris Paul is we know he's a really good defensive point guard. He's a guy who's that averages 2.5 steals on his career, which is impressive enough. I mean Houston, they took a big chance on trying to get better when they were already really good.
Yeah,
and those are the.
And Carmelo's the guy you go get.
Well, that you say that, and not only is that like a confusing move, but you do that with the coach you have, Mike D'Antoni, who has a terrible track record with Melo.
Yeah,
they were there in New York for a couple years, and you would think a really talented offensive guy like Carmelo and a really offensive-minded coach like D'Antoni would mesh, but they just didn't because Carmelo doesn't move the ball enough. When it gets to him, that's where it stops. That's the thing, and that's not only that. Houston is the poster child for three. We either want a three or we want a bucket in the lane, which really, statistically that makes sense. Those are your two. If you're going to shoot a three, don't shoot a long two. If you're going to go for two, get as close as you can. That makes perfect sense. But Carmelo, I think it was in the preseason or in the first couple games, he took a long two. He stepped inside the three-point line. He's running back down the court, and he looked at his bench like, my bad. That's my fault, guys. Because they know that's what they're about. They try to play smart enough to win that way. I mean, Daryl Morey, the GM for the Rockets, I mean, that's been his whole deal. He is one of the most statistical GMs. He's like a Billy Bean almost, but with a bigger market and more money and in a different sport.
But I know the other day they just did not look good when they were out there on the court against. Well, don't get me wrong, they're playing the Pelicans. Pelicans is decent, but I mean they did not look good at all. And Carmelo was taking shots, and I'm like, pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? You got Harden out there.
Terry,
you
can't
Paul
score if you don't shoot.
He's terrible.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Michael said.
Exactly. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
But I say this about the Pelicans: Anthony Davis. He's going to be an MVP.
You think he's going to be a good player one day?
He'll win the MVP.
He's going to be a good player one day.
He will win the MVP when he plays for the Celtics.
When LeBron retires. And
That is
Durant,
just
when
what
LeBron
hurts
and
him.
Durant retire.
That's
What
what
about
hurts
your
him.
Lakers? What do you think?
Well, real quick, Terry, we don't got that much time. We've got to finish up. We got to get on the Hornets real quick before we start. Hunter, I did hear you say something about down the hall. I was working on something. Talking about Westbrook playing the two.
Yeah.
When did Philadelphia make the finals with Iverson?
He was at the two.
When they moved him to the two. See, the problem is, and it's been with the Hornets for years, only 3 times in NBA history has a point guard led a team in scoring and they won the championship. Here's the names. Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas did it once, Magic Johnson did it once. That's the list.
Great player.
So if you're not one of the top 3 point guards or 5 point guards, and you're leading your team in scoring, you're not winning jack. And the Hornets have this problem with Kemba, and it's not Kemba's fault. They need someone else that can score 25 points a game.
He's the only reason why they stay in
Westbrook,
games.
if Westbrook, I always thought, if Rondo played for OKC and had Westbrook and Durant on the wings, think about how many shots that Westbrook took that used to be. You've got the best offensive scorer in the nation world on your team. and Westbrook would constantly dribble up the court and do pull-up jumpers from the
and that's what I was saying.
And that would and that just
percentage-wise, that's your worst shot on the
right.
court is a long two, a pull-up jumper, something in traffic. Those are always your worst shots, and even if you make them, let them take that long two,
right?
Because statistically, they're not going to make it.
Charlotte has opportunity though. I mean, you got Parker over. Parker could go to one, and Kimba could go to two.
That's what Borrego has said. They're probably going to do in late game situations. You're going to have Tony Parker and Kimba out there on the floor at the same time. There's not going to be one specific guy. This is the one, this is the two, but they're going to have multiple ball handlers on the floor, and you can give it to Tony Parker. Let Kimba move without the ball, get open, and get a good open shot.
This is a totally different team last year, but it's also as far as the Kimba, I always thought should have modeled his game after Tony, because Kimba tries to play more like Westbrook but can't dunk. Instead, he should be playing it more like
he's not
Tony
as much
Parker,
of an athletic freak as Russell Westbrook is to play that
right.
style.
So that's what I'm saying. I think he's way close to Tony Parker, to where if Kimba would learn to give the ball up more.
Mm-hmm.
Then move without the basketball.
Well, see,
he's so fast and so quick. Like that's what Batum's
but
there
who
for.
Can he? Well, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what Batum.
Yeah, that's what they
around,
brought him there
the
for. But I think if I'm Kimba and I know that I am the best player on the team, and I know that maybe everybody around me, who is somebody who he can give the ball to and he can trust.
They go as far as Kimba takes them. That's the truth.
I think that. I mean. Well, let me find the text that's in for the drafts the other night, the draft picks and everything. And like Carson's saying, he don't have nobody to go to. But then again,
I'm not.
They've got to find a different way. I really wish he would, and I think Tony was going to help him in that sense to where play like me, because this is what Tony did. In 39 minutes, Kimba had 4 assists. He's averaged 5 every season of his career. Jordan averaged 5, and he's the all-time leading scorer. So. Point guard has to at some point has to point guard. He can be the best scorer. He can be. That's fine. Magic improved it, but at some point, Magic still had to get to the 10 assists, right? Yeah. Curry still 8-7 assists. Isaiah. I know. I haven't looked at his. I know he had probably 10 assists. So you can get the points, but you got to get the assists too. And you're right, he didn't have it. Him and Dwight for some reason didn't work last year. Or I think Borrego coming in is just changing the offense more on the Dwight thing.
Yeah, they're not even really playing Kaminsky at all.
Yeah, Kaminsky and Biyombo DNPs in the first game.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different style. The best thing, and I joked with you guys the other day, the best thing, the Borrego's already the best coach they've ever had, because the first thing he did was bench MKG. Like, I've been waiting on that for years.
And he's playing him at the 4. In which, at this point in today's NBA, you should play Michael Gilchrist at the 4. Don't put him as a wing player, and then basically you've got he's on the wing. He's going to be out 25 feet out.
Yep.
But you can sag off him 10 feet. You don't have to worry about it. You can basically play 3 guys in the lane.
They play him, and teams do that. They don't even guard MKG. It's like they're doing Markelle Fultz that way.
Yeah.
All right, Terry. Here's your stats from game 1 that just give you guys some. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did I get that right? He was the
Greek freak.
He was the 15th pick in the NBA draft. Believe it or not, the Charlotte Hornets passed on him with the 4th pick, Cody Zeller. That was the Cody Zeller pick.
Hey, Cody just put it in on Aaron Gordon last night. I just want to point that out.
Okay.
That's just I'm just saying it was good.
If I had to take
he's
either one
balding,
of them, I'm
but he
taking Aaron
yammed it.
Gordon.
Terry,
he yammed it on him.
Terry, one player, Giannis, 25, 18, 8, 9 of 21 from the field, 7 of 12 from the free throw line. That's one player the Hornets could have picked.
7 of 12.
That's not great. But wait till I tell you the 6 players the Hornets had. Marvin, Zeller, MKG, Bridges, Kaminsky, and Biyombo. 2nd pick, Marvin Williams. Zeller, 4th pick. MKG, 2nd pick.
They didn't pick Marvin Williams.
I know they didn't.
Okay. I thought you were saying.
I'm just saying I'm saying the quality of of picks that they have on the actual roster should be a lot better team.
Well,
so they got Marvin was a 2nd pick, Zeller was a 4, MKG a 2, Bridges a 12. All of these higher than Giannis. Kaminsky a 9, Biyombo a 7. There's 6 players that they have right there on their roster that were drafted. And that's not counting Kimba. higher than Giannis in the draft. Okay, so we always talk about Hornets in the drafts. Their totals: they had 21 points. Giannis had 25. They had 18 rebounds, all 6 of them. Giannis had 18 rebounds. They had 4 assists, all 6 of them. Giannis had 8 assists. Field goal: Giannis 9 of 21, all 6 of them 6 of 15. 6 of them combined for 1 shot apiece. And then free throws 7 of 12. Those 6 were 7 of 12. So Hornets, there you go.
Giannis could be maybe the second or third best player in the
top
East.
5 players in any order. Hunter.
Top 5 players
in any order. I don't want an order because
in
everyone's going to argue in the order. Yep, everyone's going to argue the order. Who's your best 5 basketball players
in the world right now?
In the league, yes. Right now.
Okay.
All right.
Let's make sure.
Easy ones: LeBron James.
LeJon Brames.
Yep.
I had him at 6.
Second,
all right, Richard. All right, Richard Walker.
Second is Kevin Durant. Third, I'm gonna have Kawhi Leonard. Fourth, I'm gonna have Ben Simmons. And fifth, don't look at me like that. That boy can ball.
Wow. He just signed his letter of resignation, I think. Should we even let him say the 5th one, Carson? You just said Giannis might be top 3. Now you're going.
I said in the East. I said in the East. I said top 3 in the East. Because I have Ben Simmons as the best player in the East.
Basketball. You think he's better than Giannis?
You put Kawhi in front
and
of him.
Kawhi.
Okay, then he's second. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Forgot about Kawhi.
I know you did. I forgot Kawhi is in Toronto and not San Antonio. So yes, he is second to Kawhi.
All right. I would get an argument. You could probably get an argument somewhere in this country. Someone will say these top players, these top 5 could be number 1. My most important player in the NBA is not on this list. The top 5 I got overall, Terry. Let's see what you think, guys. If someone could argue, could be one in some way or capacity. No order: Durant, LeBron, Kawhi, Giannis, and Anthony Davis. Is that the most 5 overall skilled athletic basketball players? You guys, he said James Harden, but I don't think he can play defense as nearly as good as any of those 5. The most important basketball
defense is
player,
overrated in this game, man.
That's what. Yeah.
It really is.
The most important player in the NBA is Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Because of what he's done. You can say whatever you want about Durant, and I think Durant's been the best player for years. But the way Steph Curry's offense runs, because the way he stretches the floor, and then what else kills him is having Klay Thompson over there.
Yeah.
Because Klay plays defense, and also
he's one of the better two-way players.
As a point guard and as a leading scorer like Steph was, before Kevin got there, what Thompson allowed was the kick out. If you've got someone who can nail a 3 from anywhere, what happens, it helps the space, and it helps I need to get it out of my hands, and then I can get it back, because you got to worry about him, then he can get it back later.
We'll see how
but
much
Steph
money
being able to
Golden State
shoot,
throws at him.
Steph being able to shoot from 30 feet is just, it changes the game so much.
Steph's in
the
range in the
defenses.
parking lot, so
What's bad about it is other teams are trying to copy them, and everyone's trying to run the same offense, and you can't run that offense
if you don't have the special.
I'm about to say you can't run the triangle without Mike or Kobe or a center.
Shaq.
You got to have a center or that one or the guy who's got somebody's got to have a post game. Akeem Olajuwon, somebody's got to have a post game. You can't run that. So the same thing. Like why are these other teams trying to do the same thing? Warriors.
Terry, you want to go first? Or you want me to?
Nah, I'm just sitting here. When I think of basketball teams, and I'm trying to judge who my 5 are, you can have all them skill players you like, but I've got to have somebody who's a floor leader.
I didn't name a start lineup. I said Terry.
I'm just
Who's
saying.
the 5 most athletic basketball players, if someone's going to name, if you ask anybody in America.
Athletic or best?
These are the most overall basketball players, skilled basketball players in the NBA. If you ask anyone in America.
Didn't put Ben Simmons.
You're just nuts.
He can't shoot a jumper.
If you ask,
that's a skill.
Hunter, I'm
triple
not
double already.
Hunter,
it's already got triple double.
I'm not putting anyone above in the top 5 NBA that can't beat me in a game of horse. I'm not worried about that. We're not playing one-on-one there. But what I'm saying is these 5. If you ask anyone in America, let me finish my sentence, to name me the best player in basketball, you're going to get one of those 5 names.
Yeah, well. Was LeBron on your list?
Yeah.
Okay.
So LeBron, Kawhi, Durant, Giannis, and Anthony Davis are the most 5 next best. I mean, those are the athletes. Those are the basketball players. Those
Terry,
are
you want to go or you want me to
go? You can go.
All right. So
he's going to name every Boston Celtic they have on the team.
One is LeBron
Wrong.
still. One is still LeBron. One will be LeBron until he's done.
See, Carson's got to quit drinking the Kool-Aid. He ain't
well-
been one in a while. What's his record against Durant in the finals?
Dude, are we talking about one player?
Do they play the same position?
Are we
They
talking
play the
about
same position.
Are
Terry.
we talking about one
Will
player?
Chamberlain or
are
Bill
we
Russell, Terry?
Are we talking
Who you
about
got?
one player? Or are we talking about
Bill
a team?
Russell.
Are we talking about one player? Or are we talking about a team? We're talking about one player. We're talking about a team.
Well,
one
Bill
player.
Russell's-
Go on.
One player is LeBron. Number one is LeBron. Two is KD. All right. Three is Steph, because we're talking about overall skill and everything that he brings. Four is Kawhi, and then five. I'll go Giannis.
So you basically just replaced Steph for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I was getting at. But I was really getting at the Steph being the most important one, the way that sets up. All right, JP, we're way behind. We got to take a break. Real quick, here's another stat for you, Terry. Jordan, 6 Finals MVPs. If you take any other 2 NBA players in history and add their MVPs together, you will not get more than 6. Interesting stat for you to think about, Terry. Stat of the day, though, the guys gave it to Terry and them last night. This is for Hunter and Carson to think about. 16.4 million Americans believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a minute, JP. JP.
There it is. There it is.
We should just sit in silence for like 5 minutes and see how long it takes JP to notice that we're not talking anymore. Just staring. Folks, if you're watching on YouTube, I know some of you aren't. JP hasn't noticed it yet. But JP's got a camera, and right above his feed.
No, I noticed it.
Right above his feed on YouTube, guys, if y'all will look, I put the phone number to the station that says "Wake Up JP."
Actually, it says "Wake Up Him Up."
Wake him up, JP Cam. Wake him up. Call 704-435-2844. So we got the JP Cam on in there. So if you see JP sleeping on the camera, folks, where he's got his earbuds on, the phone number is right there on the screen to call JP and tell him to pay attention.
Actually, I'm watching YouTube.
Yeah, we're right here, JP. All right, we'll be right back with KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's Mush Music and Mutts, Saturday, October 20th from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in Uptown Shelby. Join the fun with children's activities, inflatables, a pet parade, a canine demonstration, and 2 big outdoor stages for music, along with the Little Miss Livermush pageant. Plus, join the boss for our live remote broadcast, brought to you by the Fairfield Inn Marriott on Highway 74 East in Shelby, by Full Throttle Power Sports on Indian Walk and Lowell, by Gloria Shine Detail in Cherryville, by Just in Time Plumbing in Kings Mountain, by Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant on West Warren Street in Shelby, by Parker Farm Service on Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain, by Sagebrush Steakhouse on Highway 74 East in Shelby, and by Sizzum & Sons Paint and Body Shop on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. So join us for our live remote broadcast this Saturday, October 20th, during the Mush Music and Mutts Festival in Uptown Shelby.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings. I want to invite you to join the boss as we broadcast live this Saturday, October 20th, during the 50th anniversary celebration at Luz Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. And you're invited. Come help us celebrate as Luz Fish Box rolls back the prices. You'll find some great prices from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. that day. And come on by our booth and register to win. We're giving away free prizes. Also, Luz Fish Box will be giving away free prizes. We've got Renaissance Festival tickets, free rounds of golf at the Kings Mountain Country Club, Southern Christmas Show tickets, Boss T-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th at Luz Fish Box for a live radio broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Old Highway 74 West in Kings Mountain. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
Our attention is on the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Here's Cole Custer. He's digging to the inside of Elliott Sadler.
Round 2 of the playoffs opens in Kansas City.
He's got to go to the whip and get there in a hurry.
And the 8 remaining title hopefuls are fighting for an edge.
Oh, here we go. Trouble. Turn number 4. Tipped up the racetrack.
The Kansas Lottery 300.
Oh, and Matt Tift is not happy. Tift is tracking him down.
Saturday at 2:30 on the Motor Racing Network.
The Kansas Lottery 300 this Saturday afternoon at 2:30 on Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM. Online at ktcbroadcasting.com. At Stanbridge Auto Parts in Shelby, you'll find a variety of domestic and foreign used auto and truck parts. They can even ship your part right to your front door. Shop their eBay store with over 10,000 parts and ask about their Interstate Battery Special for just $45 with your exchange. That's right, only $45 with your exchange. Visit the website for more information at StanbridgeAuto.com. Stanbridge Auto Parts, 1521 Sulphur Springs Road in Shelby, serving this area since 1972.
Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincoln will brighten your smiles with professional cosmetic dentistry and smile enhancement procedures for everyone. Even Duke fans will smile at the work of this Tar Heel. The office of Dr. John L. Cloninger III is located at 904 Doncha Drive. For an appointment, call 704-735-0765. That's 704-735-0765. And John III says best wishes to all high school athletes.
Maybe a punctuation mark on a career night.
So you get 2 years, okay, and you're against them being paid for those 3 years. That's the difference. Some people, we're talking the age rule. That's the difference. Terry's like, well, it takes 3 years to be good in the NBA. Well, yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. But wouldn't you rather be getting paid for those 3 years than not getting paid for those 3 years? Same thing with Jalen Moore. He could be paid if they didn't have a college football 3-year rule. They had a one and done rule like that college football did.
Game there, though, man.
Running backs could be in the NFL after 1 or 2 years in college. You know that Maurice Clarett could have been. All these guys, Adrian Peterson could have been. All these guys.
Gurley could have been.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And they're losing millions of dollars out of. All right, so NFL time. We got to get to that. We still got NASCAR and baseball to talk about. Going through the poll this week, got rid of. The Denver Broncos was this week's elimination.
How?
2-4 overall.
They beat the mess out of Arizona.
But think about who
I know they're the worst team in the NFL, but they
lost that game and fired their offensive coordinator.
Denver is offensive ranked 26th in the NFL.
Awful.
Defense 21st.
John
in the
Elway
NFL.
can't draft a quarterback,
and they're 2-4.
They can't.
On the chopping blocks right now. Here's the next 4 teams in line to get cut. Number 1 is Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Fitzmagic is gone, man.
It's been gone. It's time to get them crab legs.
The football gods are not happy when you have a quarterback break an NFL record, have his jersey sent to the Hall of Fame, and then you bench him. That's for someone who stole crab legs, eats W's, and sexually harasses women. That's what they benched him for. And so they start losing games. What a surprise.
Yeah,
my goodness. This guy's the leader. No. Detroit Lions, every year it's the same old Detroit. Offense is mediocre, 25 a game. Defense,
which is a shame.
27 a game.
Matt Stafford, I mean, he's a dang gunslinger, dude.
I
just feel like they don't have any weapons anywhere on offense.
Well, they did, and then
y'all ran off Calvin.
Calvin Johnson was like, you know what? I'm tired of getting my brain beat in.
Yeah, ran off Calvin and Golden Tate.
Calvin should have quit when they called back that touchdown when he got caught and laid it on the ground.
No, they still have Golden Tate, don't
they do. Yeah.
How about? I mean, he's a shell of himself. That's not what he wants.
Atlanta 2-4 and Cleveland 2-3-1.
Kick them out.
1, 2, 3, 4 teams still in the
One
poll.
of those is going to definitely go out.
A long time ago.
One of those is definitely going to go out because Cleveland and Tampa Bay play each other.
Terry, technically right now, Cleveland's got a better chance to make the Super Bowl than Dallas does.
I don't think so. You know better than that.
No, I definitely know.
I mean, your guy was like 22 out of 46.
Huh?
22 out of 46 or something this past week.
Yeah, that's more. He completed more passes than Dak did in the last 2 games. In that winning game.
22 out of 46.
What was Dak? 11 for 17, 11 for 25. Terry, offense. Browns ranked higher than the Cowboys. 21 points a game. Cowboys 20.
Where's your defense?
Well, let's see. We don't want to talk about that.
I didn't think so.
Browns are 20th. Cowboys are second right now in defense, 17 points a game.
Miami 21, Jacksonville 20, Houston 19, Dallas 18, Minnesota 17, Pittsburgh 16, Jets 15, Eagles 14, and the Seahawks at 13, the last team
Glad
on
you
the
said
outside
that.
looking at the playoffs.
Because Dallas's offense keeps coming up the pole.
At 25th? Terry, it's
You
been
said 18th.
You played 6 weeks, Terry. No, I said you're ranked 18th. Their offense is 25th.
We're still coming up the pole.
Yeah, I mean, you've moved from 31st to 20. You move up one spot every week. So by the time the season's
That's
over,
a
Dallas
plus.
will be ranked 19th in offense.
And guess who you
man.
play tomorrow? Or you play Washington.
Oh, we're about to
tomorrow.
get into that in
And
just a
Washington's
second.
rush defense. I don't think Ezekiel Elliott gets over 100 yards this week.
Oh, Terry.
I don't think that.
Terry starts throwing out. He starts throwing out more papers that he's got to give to his neighbors.
He comes in here so prepared and just doesn't he. But that's just because if he
Hey,
goes by
Terry-
his heart, all it's going to be is NC State, Boston. and
Terry brings
Dallas.
you a load of notes and a biscuit, Hunter.
He does.
You just eat it up, man. Just
I
eat it
know.
up.
Terry, you might think I don't appreciate you, but I do.
So here's the 12 teams still in the playoffs. Terry, tell me. Well, we're going to get to that in just a second. We're going to pick the games in just a second. Here's the top 12. To be in the top 12,
Yeah.
you have to be qualified for the playoffs. So that's the key. Number 12, Tennessee Titans.
How they still in the mix?
30th on offense, third on
They
defense.
gave up, what,
Let's say 30th in offense.
Yeah, because
Third
they gave
on
up
defense.
11 sacks last week.
Yep. They Cincinnati at number 11, 6th on offense, 23rd on defense. I got the Panthers at number 10, 10th on defense, 15th on offense. That formula for Carolina has been a playoff making formula in the past. They're usually the same offense, same defense every year. It just depends on how good Atlanta and the teams around them kind of are. Really, I think Carolina's going to be anywhere from 6 to 10 wins, and everyone else is going to kind of jump above and around them. Number 9, Hunter. I got you Washington Redskins. After beating the Panthers, you got to stay ahead of them there. The Skins look terrible versus the Saints, but doesn't everyone? Good bounce back
in
win
New
though
Orleans,
versus Carolina.
In New Orleans, you just go ahead and give Drew Brees 10 extra points.
He's gonna get 30 before you get there, right?
Yeah.
Washington's defense, those 8th on defense. Y'all dropped from 1st to 8th in 2 games.
after that Saints game, I don't blame it.
Y'all were half a point ahead on defense, ahead of who was it? I think at the time it might have been the Rams or Bears. No, it might have been the Ravens, Rams or Bears on that.
I think
one,
it was the Ravens.
And then you guys are
That's what
New Orleans happened.
That's the Drew Brees effect.
I got Green Bay at 8. I didn't know how to feel about that. Is Green Bay better than Washington, Terry, right now?
No.
You don't think so?
We
I've
beat
got
Green
you.
Bay.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, we
So
beat Green Bay.
I got you mixed up on that one. Like I said,
no, it's fine.
I had a problem with that one when they made the playoffs.
Just Aaron Rodgers just brings
That's it.
I don't feel any. I don't have any confidence in them, but how much confidence do you have in Alex Smith? I think my choice on that was.
Well, it depends on how
if
many
they made
yards
the
they're throwing.
playoff. I think I went with if they made the playoffs. I think I'd still go
It depends on what Jay Gruden's going to say they can run. You know, this week are we going to have check down Smith? Or are we going to have medium range Alex
You go
Smith,
check down Smith and you're beat tremendous.
Yeah. Especially what the games we have won. This is going back to what you said. The teams that have the good rushing, best rushing. The games that we've won. Adrian Peterson at least gets close to 100 yards.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that we got to do
That'll not
consistently.
Is Sean Lee playing this week?
Well, it don't matter now.
No, it really does. On
Not
this.
really.
Jalen Smith's outstanding, but
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with Kuechly is when Lee and Kuechly are out, it's a communication thing, it's a reading the defense thing, it's a
Leader.
tape, it's a tape. I know what's about to happen.
Terry,
type thing.
you're riding high because you beat the worst offense in the league in Jacksonville.
He's riding high. Oh, he's got more. More sheets.
I'm riding high because every time
Hey.
y'all play us, y'all get beat.
Before you come on my page talking about the craps, here's Cowboys and Redskins.
On my actual page.
Here you
when
go.
He says
I even
page,
got you one.
When he
He
says
wrote that.
page, he's not talking about Facebook or Twitter. It's
It's
this
a page.
paper.
It's
It's
a
a
piece of paper.
It's tangible. It's real.
What is technology
Read
to
that.
Terry?
Read
Reinhardt?
Read the bottom of it.
Terry,
That's all I
that's-
want you to do. Just read the bottom.
Look in middle column.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just start reading. Right down here where it says yes, it does not say Redskins anywhere. Keep on reading from there.
Terry, you know I can't read.
And then
he went to Bandy.
Terry
He
knows
just
what
said-
LMAO means. If anything I've learned this morning,
Now,
Terry Reinhardt knows what LMAO means, and my life is complete.
We need to
My
highlight
life
that.
is wholly complete. I can die on the way home, and I'll
Hey.
be happy.
Terry, you're
He
not
can't send a
you're
group
not
text
playing
message,
Kirk
but he knows
Cousins
what's happening.
anymore.
Kirk Cousins, we're playing a guy who wants to check down.
I
You
know.
are playing into the heart of Dallas defense.
Terry, I know I wanted to keep Kirk Cousins, okay? But let me tell you something. His defense is better than it was in the past, and Dak Prescott is scared to throw more than 5 yards, just like Alex Smith. You guys are mirror images of us. If you
Dallas
think about it.
Cowboys 12 wins and Redskins on the road at FedEx Field. Y'all on the road 6 wins. This is our house.
Let me tell you something, Terry. If you look at it, though, in all seriousness, this is a mirror image game. They both want to run the ball because both quarterbacks are afraid to throw it more than 15 yards, and they have to rely on the defense.
And we've got the better running back.
It's the same game you guys had the Cowboys had last week, pretty much against Jaguar.
Terry now.
The best running back's over there with the Rams.
Yeah, I was about to say the best
but-
running back is in Los Angeles. And the better of the two, I'll give the edge to Ezekiel just because he's younger. But don't let Adrian Peterson catch a glimpse of what he once was. It might be a long day.
All right, we'll pick those games in just a minute. Finishing out the
we already
poll.
are.
Chargers, I know. Chargers at 7. I've had
Even
4
though
and 2.
nobody shows up to their games.
They're 5th in offense.
They play at a little soccer stadium.
Hey.
Well, still
did you
getting
not-
beat.
It should be full. It should be full.
You saw their projected what was it? Their projected income jump or drop from 400 million to 150 million. They're talking about moving them back.
They might have.
They should have never moved.
They'll
them
have
in the
more
first place.
fans. They'll have more fans in the stands tomorrow because they're in England than they have at their.
I
home
think their
games.
biggest problem is, when you move in state, and
Well, you're moving to L.A., a place that has not only a good Rams team now. There's a lot of Raiders fans in L.A.
Exactly, but and also those fans in San Diego are going to feel jilted.
Yeah.
What if the Panthers move to Raleigh? They're going to lose. They're going to lose some fans because there's going to be some Charlotte people that'll take it.
Well, it's like everybody that begs for the Hurricanes to move from Raleigh to Charlotte.
Yeah.
You're going to alienate half the state, half your fan base.
Right.
Well, let me tell you something as well. A lot of people have said in Los Angeles they really could care less about football because the Lakers are so big.
And Carson's right too. You got all these other teams that have been fan bases in LA as well. The Rams already had an old base there.
Yeah, and
they can come back
people
to
always
at
play
least.
the Chargers used to play in LA in the 60s.
Yeah,
when it was an AFL team. San Diego, that was so much of that community down there was being the Chargers. And they had one of the Spanos.
I'd much rather be in San Diego than Los Angeles anyway.
Phillip Rivers still lives down there.
I think the Panthers are going to move should go to Myrtle Beach. If we're going to talk about one state, everybody in both states goes to Myrtle Beach. So shouldn't that be the home? And they could turn it into Atlantic.
I'm not trying to go to Dirty Myrtle.
There's already enough people from Gastonia in the jail down there.
Yeah.
They don't need any more.
All right, number 6, the Chicago Bears, 10th in offense, 4th in defense. The Ravens, I've got in the 5 seed right now, number 1 in defense, folks. This team has given up 12.8 points a game. That's pretty outstanding. Offense, Joe Flacco's offense is 12th in offense. Terry,
I want to say something about that right there because that's eventually going to change. Chicago keeps getting better every week.
Absolutely.
I worry about Mitch Trubisky.
Chicago's only one of 2 teams in the NFL that are rated in the top 10 in both offense and defense.
Yeah,
There's only 3
good.
teams.
That defense keeps getting stronger.
There's only 3 teams.
Max tweaked a little bit right now, though.
He practiced Friday. He practiced yesterday.
That's good.
Only 3 teams rated in the top 12 in both. Baltimore is that 3rd team. So Chicago's 10th and 4th. Baltimore is 12th and 1st. If you add them up, Baltimore's 13 actually, and Bears 14. My contenders as of right now is if we make the playoffs, these 4 teams are most likely to make the Super Bowl. Number 4, Nolans. Got the Saints, 36 points a game. We all know about all that. Defense can't stop nobody. It will be a shootout in Los Angeles for the NFC Championship. But my predictions right now.
You have no way to counteract somebody else. That offense will not win a Super Bowl.
They've already won a Super Bowl. Kansas City. They are second.
They had a good defense then too. It wasn't as bad as this one.
Yeah, you had a pick 6 in that game.
Yeah.
Well, that team that won it, they led the NFL in turnovers. They didn't lead the league. They didn't lead the league in defense. Their defense was still like 25 a game, but they did lead the league in turnovers that season and helped get them there. Kansas City second in offense, 27th in defense. So Saints first, 26th. Kansas City second, 27th. So they're slightly worse on offense and
They're
slightly
basically
worse
the
on
same
defense.
team.
Yeah.
So Kansas City, New Orleans. I want that to be the Super Bowl. To see.
Take the over.
I want to
Take
see
the over.
I want to see 72-65 in the Super Bowl.
Change the channel.
But more than likely, we're going to get 10-9 for the next matchup. Rams and Patriots at 3-2. Rams, one of the top teams with top 10 in offense and defense. They're third in offense. Defense is slipping, Carson. 7th now.
Oh, no.
Slipped back to 7th.
I think we'll be all right.
New England. Everybody's talking about they got no weapons. They're 4th in offense.
They got Josh Gordon, and he's actually playing.
They're 18th in defense.
He's
So
actually on the
Belichick's
field.
defense, over the years, if you've watched it, Terry,
get
they
better.
always start
Imagine
off and
that.
they get
Cleveland
better
had
and
a
they get
weapon
better.
that they dealt
'Cause
away.
he does start cutting people about midway season and getting
Mhm.
rid of the ones that are costing him, and they do start making adjustments. But last week, New England was out of the poll completely because they weren't even in the playoffs. This week, I got them number 1. Actually, put them over the Rams. The reason being, Carson, the poll is the chance to make the Super Bowl and get the Super Bowl. Last year, you guys lost at home.
Yeah, we were.
Wait a minute. New England gets to the Super Bowl every year because there's nobody in the AFC that can knock them off, except
I
every
agree.
couple of 2 or 3 years, there's the one good team that can knock
Maybe
them
Pittsburgh,
off.
and that's it.
Not even. Definitely not this year.
Baltimore
No.
can knock them off. Kansas City could maybe at home. But right now, if New England's in the playoffs, there's no way I'm betting against them.
But
not
I'll tell you
making
what.
it.
And when
New
you
England-
have to go there,
Yeah,
you're not going to
in
win. Now, you got to
Foxborough.
hope they come to your place, and that's where you knock
Now,
them.
once they get to Super Bowl, Carson, I would have Rams over Patriots. But just as far as I know for a fact, if the Patriots in the Super Bowl right now, there's no way I would bet against them to make it. And there is doubt in me. Rams got to win one game at home if they win that first one at home, I'll be on the bandwagon. But until then,
New England has got a
unless
dog
they play New
fight
Orleans, I'm
this
pulling for
weekend,
Saints.
though. New England has got a dog fight this weekend. They pull Chicago.
That will be very tough.
It will be tough.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack, they said he kind of, I think, tweaked his ankle or something in the last game. That's why he wasn't as effective against the Dolphins. But I will say this. You said you had doubts with Trubisky. Well, New England's defense is still suspect. And Trubisky, the Bears have got a great chance to lock up the NFC North because none of those defenses in the NFC North are elite because even the Vikings have slipped since last year. The New England does not have an elite defense, so they could just thrive.
Here's your problem. You are playing at Chicago. It's not at New England, too.
But Mitch Trubisky against Bill Belichick. Who?
Yeah,
In your
I'm
right
picking
mind,
the
who do you take?
All right, we can win $50. $50 every week on whatsupshopper.com. Just go to whatsupshopper.com, click on the NFL Pick'em contest, pick games against myself. You don't have to beat me. You just got to beat everyone else that picks. I just throw my picks in there for fun as well. We're going to go down the picks, guys. Let's make this as quick as possible. We're running out of time. And so give an example
Go
of
ahead.
everyone so what the games are.
Chargers.
Titans at Chargers.
Chargers.
Patriots at Bears.
Bears.
Patriots.
I picked the Bears in the paper. I'm going to say what I picked in the paper. I'm not going to go against if something's changed. Bills at Colts.
Colts.
Bills.
Colts.
I'm going to go Bills, too, because Indianapolis terrible.
Yeah, they're bad.
Indianapolis starting Andrew Luck. I have no idea who Buffalo started.
Derek
there.
Anderson.
Derek Anderson.
You picking Derek Anderson over Andrew Luck, Terry?
Yes.
Make sure you write that
I
down.
am.
Lions at Dolphins.
No Tannehill, right?
Lions.
But they've been playing good with
You think
Osweiler.
they have? Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm
They
going to tell
are.
you what. I'm going to go with Miami. I am.
Who
I'll
was
go
it again?
Miami.
Anytime a mediocre team comes to South Beach, I don't even care if Miami's any good. I'm picking Miami just because they might party Saturday night.
Yeah.
Or they don't know how to deal with the humidity.
That too. You could have some cramps. Did you see Odell Beckham?
Oh, said he doesn't like water.
Yes.
He doesn't like
He gets
water.
slushy.
He said he wants an IV because he doesn't like
to drink water. If he'd be drinking water the whole off season or preseason, he wouldn't need the IVs for the cramping. Dodo.
Yeah, I know what he likes. I know what he likes. He likes that Hennessy. It's okay.
It's hard.
He's not JR.
It's
I
it's
heard
hard
that.
to stay hydrated on Hennessy. Is that what you're saying,
That's
Hunter?
Well,
it's very hard.
well,
Kids, take note. Vikings,
Children.
Vikings at Jets.
Minnesota.
Vikings.
I got
Yeah,
Jets
Vikings. Yeah, I'll go Vikings. I
at
think
home.
Yeah.
Vikings are not coming out outside that dome. I don't think. Panthers. I don't even know what I
Panthers.
tried to say. Panthers at Eagles.
Eagles.
Panthers.
I'm taking the Panthers.
I got Eagles. I don't even think it'll be close this week. I think Eagles will pull 30-20. When I say close, every Panther game will be within 10 because they run the clock out. They play Pop Warner ball.
Mm-hmm.
Texans at Jaguars.
Texans.
I'm gonna say Jacksonville bounces back and they win this week playing at home.
I mean, Jacksonville. This could go either way.
Houston is good.
Jacksonville could win by 30 because they're mad about last week.
Yeah.
Or they could just actually have a bad defense. Texans and Jaguars. I got Texans this week.
I
Actually,
don't
in
know.
the paper.
Jacksonville is getting nowhere as long as Blake Bortles is at quarterback.
And he called Romo right now. Saints at Ravens. This is, like Hunter said, possible Super Bowl matchup.
No, you playing at Baltimore, you'll get beat New Orleans.
If Drew Brees wins, he has a win against every franchise, and he's only the third quarterback to do that ever.
That is an awesome stat. I love it. I like Carson's out. I didn't have that. I didn't even have that.
I'm picking the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints.
I got Ravens in this one just because, not that I don't like New Orleans. I like the Baltimore at home against about anybody.
Yeah. I think the Saints just have so many weapons.
Oh, yeah. But this is the number one defense. Outside. Outside. That's
and I wonder what the weather's supposed to be.
It's not going to be warm in
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Ted Ginn just went on IR, by the way. I don't know if anybody knew that.
Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara and all them.
Thomas is pretty good, isn't he? Rams at 49ers.
Rams.
Y'all think the Rams defense is going to be able to handle Beathard?
C.J. Beathard.
I've
never called him Bobby Beathard.
Has been playing better. They're coming up short. They're 1-5, but they are in ball games with that quarterback. What's his name?
C.J. Beathard.
Yeah, Beathard. I mean, So.
You know why though? It's because Kyle Shanahan. That's a good coach.
Bengals at Chiefs. The no tackling game.
Bengals. Chiefs come back down to earth.
I'm going to go Bengals outscore them.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the
that Bengals defense is just bad.
I got 55-48.
The Chiefs.
I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of points.
Chiefs. All right, our two games of the week. The game of the week in the paper this week, because I like to put something that tough, make you think. Game of the week in the paper this week is Browns at Bucks.
I'm taking Cleveland. I think
Browns at Bucks. How hard is that?
I think Cleveland right now is believe it or not, I think they're more stable than the dysfunctional Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go Cleveland. Yeah, I gotta go.
I'm taking Tampa Bay by 20.
Woo, boy.
Jesus.
Terry, Baker Mayfield is not gonna let that happen.
No, not
He's
at
22 out of 46. Good job, buddy.
It's almost. That's in Cam Newton range. I can win an MVP. What are you talking about? Golly. Game of the week, of course, at the table, Cowboys and Skins. We know what these two are going to pick. Cowboys for Terry, Skins for Hunter. Carson, what you got?
Oh, man. This is not an easy pick because they're both kind of gross. If like you said, Hunter, if Alex Smith comes out and he's checked down Smith, I'm going to pick Cowboys. But if he comes out and actually throws the ball 10 to 15 yards, it could be that... I think I'm going to pick Redskins because I think the Redskins can slow down Ezekiel Elliott enough, and that's the offense is Ezekiel
Don't go
Elliott.
Jones's way. You got to go somewhere else. He's only got one spot, and that's down whichever side Jones is not on. He's got to go the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. All right. That would be like I said, these two teams are so similar. I just think Washington has got the better offense.
This is two Spider-Man staring at each other.
Yes,
it's exactly what this is.
Dak Prescott says that he's not great. He's 4-0 against them. He's 64 out of 98 total. That's only 65%. He has thrown 0 interceptions against Washington. He's only thrown for 3 touchdowns.
I think Josh Norman's going to change that.
732 yards, but his whole deal is Dallas's defense keeps getting better every game against Washington.
We got let me tell you something. This game can't be 3-0, okay? Someone's going to have to break it out, and I think Washington's got the better chance of breaking it out.
Terry, you're talking about your Dak Prescott there, Bubba.
No, he's not the greatest person in the world.
26th in yards.
He's Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, he is. I agree with that.
Me and Kevin said this last week. He's Cam Newton light.
No, he's not a Cam Newton.
Very light.
All right, let me read you.
He don't throw off no back foot.
That is true.
He tries to run about as much as he can.
Their styles are pretty much exactly alike. I'm going to read you the stats. So, Carson says Cam Newton light. Cam Newton 65% right now. Dak 62%. As far as the check down goes, I want someone ever to notice this. When you hear people say that Cam's throwing 65% this year, he is. He's completing the most passes he is. But this is also the highest year in completion percentage in NFL history so far. 30 people are above 60%. It's never been like that.
It's almost like they changed the rules.
It's almost like you can't touch the quarterbacks, you can't touch the receivers, you can't do anything. Drew Brees is completing. He was 78%.
78%. Think about that. If you call a play 10 times, 8 times, he's going to complete a pass. It's hard to, and if he averages averages per attempt on Drew Brees. Where was he?
3-step drop and get rid of it tomorrow is all I can tell you.
8.7 yards. So you got an 80% chance when Drew Brees throws it of getting almost 9 yards. Think about that. That's how good that offense is right now.
Yeah.
Dak and Cam, back to them. Cam 1,100 yards. Dak 1,100 yards. Yards per attempt. Cam 27th. Dak 30th. 6.8. 6.7.
What was the term I used?
Cam 9 touchdowns. Dak 7 touchdowns. Cam 4 interceptions. Dak 4 interceptions.
What was the term I used?
Rating Cam 93. Dak 86.
What was the term I used?
Yards a game. Cam 230, Dak 191.
We understand, Carson.
Only two starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Man, that's all.
Only 2 full-time starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now are averaging less than 200 yards a game. Dak Prescott and Marcus Mariota. Coincidentally, their defenses are ranked second and third in their both. So,
and please, people, don't put him in no MVP, because if our defense holds up, Dak is not our MVP.
He never was, never has been. All right, JP, let's take a break. We're going to come back real quick. We're going to go over the schedule one more time. We're in overtime, and we'll come back to do the schedule. We're going to talk about the race car schedule and real quick. Major League Baseball. I want you guys to make a couple comments. We didn't even get to that day. We were so busy in football. One break. We'll be right back. KDCBroadcasting.com.
It's Mush Music and Mutts, Saturday, October 20th from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. in Uptown Shelby. Join the fun with children's activities, inflatables, a pet parade, a canine demonstration, and 2 big outdoor stages for music, along with the Little Miss Livermush pageant. Plus, join the boss for our live remote broadcast, brought to you by Alley's Cafe on Highway 180 North in Shelby, by Bill Schubert Heating and Air on Campbell Street in Shelby, by Bruner's Automotive in downtown Cherryville, by Carolina Auto Glass on South Post Road in Shelby, by Dallid on West Marion Street in Shelby, by Denny's Restaurant on Highway 74 East in Shelby, by Diane Ledbetter Foothills Living Remax on East Marion Street in Shelby, and by Eric Johnson Auto Sales on the Tryon Courthouse Road in Cherryville. So join us for our live remote broadcast this Saturday, October 20th, during the Mush Music and Mutts Festival in Uptown Shelby.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings. I want to invite you to join the boss as we broadcast live this Saturday, October 20th, during the 50th anniversary celebration at Luz Fish Box on Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. And you're invited. Come help us celebrate as Luz Fish Box rolls back the prices. You'll find some great prices from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. that day. And come on by our booth and register to win. We're giving away free prizes. Also, Luz Fish Box will be giving away free prizes. We've got Renaissance Festival tickets, free rounds of golf at the Kings Mountain Country Club, Southern Christmas Show tickets, Boss T-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, October 20th at Luz Fish Box for a live radio broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Old Highway 74 West in Kings Mountain.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the week's top 30 with my co-host Luke Combs, who tells me where he was when he found out that he was nominated for 2 CMA awards.
I'm still in my tidy whities here. Let me get some pants on and have a cup of coffee.
That's Luke Combs this week on Country Countdown USA.
Country Countdown USA, Wednesday afternoons at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country, 1590 AM WCSL, and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time now for the news. A new radio show is taking the nation by storm. It's called This is the 60s, with the best music from the best decade. And, well, thank you. Who are you? Well, I'm J.J. Wilson, and I'm the host of This is the 60s. This is the 60s, with the best music from the best decade. News headlines, pop culture corner, and more. But I was going to say all that. Get out of my news booth, certainly.
This is the 60s, Friday mornings from 10 a.m. till 12 noon on The Boss, WOHS, AM and FM in Shelby, WLON in Lincoln.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can get it all at Pat's Drive-In in Cherryville. Pat's Drive-In opens for breakfast Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Lunch and dinner served till 8 p.m. For breakfast, there's bacon, sausage, liver mush, gravy biscuits, and pancakes. For lunch and dinner, all of your favorite sandwiches, including Lotta Burgers, chicken tender plates, and Big Chef salad and chicken salad. Before the game or after the game, it's Pat's Drive-In, 604 West Church Street in Cherryville. Call 435-8833.
Is the cost of ink driving your profits down? Then listen up. Discount Ink Jet and Toner is here to help. Discount Ink Jet and Toner specializes in refilling ink jet and toner cartridges. Cut your ink costs by as much as 50% or more. Discount Ink Jet and Toner, located on 410 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Carolina.
Redo the Rebel mascot.
Yeah, and it's land shark now.
That's what was voted on it. The actual students voted on Admiral Akbar to be, and then the school threw out the results.
Yeah, Terry won't know anything about that.
So I know we're on. The school threw out the result. We was talking about Ole Miss a few years ago had a redo their Rebel mascot, and Admiral Akbar from Star Wars actually won the vote.
It's a trap.
Yeah, he won the vote, and the officials, JP, threw out the results.
It's a trap.
It was a trap that he won, but yeah. All right, real quick, Major League Baseball. I keep hitting refresh on the page, and it's not wanting to pull up. We got a Game 7, right? Dodgers,
and Milwaukee,
and Brewers.
Milwaukee.
What do you guys got on that? Before we got to be quick.
I think Dodgers messed around letting it go 7. I think Milwaukee's got something something's boiling underneath them, a little bit of momentum. I have Milwaukee winning Game 7.
I took Milwaukee to make the World Series, so I'm staying with them.
All right. There's that. In NASCAR, we've got Almirola in first, Chase Elliott second, Harvick third, Kyle Busch fourth, Joey Logano fifth, Kurt Busch sixth, Clint Bowyer seventh, Martin Truex eighth. Outside looking in, Keselowski, Blaney. Terry, there's one Chevrolet in the top 10, and the other two are hanging on. They're done. Kyle Larson and Bowman are done. And Chase Elliott's the only one in. Hopefully they'll get this fixed. Jimmy Johnson announced this past week. This is the big news. New crew chief. He's going to be switching over to a Earnhardt crew chief. Mindering, I think I got his name right. So they're splitting up Jimmy and Chad, and that's just absolutely huge news. Yeah, they hadn't won the past few years, but obviously looking at the stats that we've talked about all year, it's not really Chad and Jimmy's fault, is it? The way the Chevys have run, across the board, it's just been flat out terrible. And the Fords and Toyotas just run away with it, Terry. So going forward, everyone's like, well, Chad or Jimmy win the championship first. I think Jimmy has a chance to win one first, but if Jimmy don't win one, then Chad has a better chance to win one later. And doesn't that make obvious sense, Hunter, as a crew chief?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got I think
because
Jimmy,
you got to look at it this way. I don't know. You got to think, how many more years does Jimmy really have?
Right, 3 to 5.
I was about to say, and you can be
a
a crew chief forever.
Yeah. So Jimmy, Chevy's got to fix the problem. If Jimmy went over to the Ford Stewart Haas right now, I'm pretty sure he'd be winning the races in top 3 or 4 too. Don't you think?
You just got to be careful. Also, next year Mazda's deciding to come in. So how many people switch to driving that?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so. I mean, NASCAR's going to lose all their fan base. You're going to have Toyotas and Mazdas and Volkswagens out here.
I'm about to say
Volkswagen
Volkswagen wants to get in on it.
They all want to, and you got Jimmy here switching the sponsors too. They haven't announced that they'll have a new sponsorship yet, folks. I do want to announce Jimmy Johnson sponsorship. Breaking news is not going to be sponsored by the What's Up Shopper. Okay, we got our bid didn't go through. Go ahead, Terry.
But anyway, what you're going to end up being is about like watching the Daytona 24 Hours race, because there's all kind of different levels, all kind of different cars, and that's what you're going to have.
All right, guys. JP, give the schedule for this weekend. Milton Baker's coming on the horn. They're about to do live broadcast from the Livermush Festival today. Calvin and the gang's out and about today as well. So, folks, JP's pulling up the schedule. JP, go ahead.
Yeah, we got the lottery, the Kansas Lottery 300 at 2:30 today. NC State at Clemson at 3:30. North Carolina at Socrates at 11 a.m. Tomorrow we have the Hollywood Casino 400 at 1:30. Carolina Panthers at Philadelphia at 12 noon. And the LA Rams at San Francisco at 7:30.
All right, guys, here's where Calvin them are today. Big, huge day, Hunter. Today, right now, free hot dogs 10 to 2 in Bowling Springs, Professional Pharmacy's brand new location. Got a big building there, old bank building, live radio broadcast morning 10 a.m. to 2. Free sun drops, Terry. How you like that? Free hot dogs, free chips. This is what you can win today at Professional Pharmacy. a widescreen television, lotions, creams, sunblocks, and pill organizers from the pharmacy, Renaissance Festival tickets, Southern Christmas Show tickets, 2 nights at the Red Roof Inn, Boss T-shirts, free rounds of golf at the Riverbend YMCA, and more. That's today, 10 to 2, right now. Professional Pharmacy, Bowling Springs. Go get you a hot dog and register to win all kinds of prizes. Go see Calvin and the gang there. Then this evening, after you go to Liver Mush Festival, after you leave Calvin at Professional Pharmacy, go by Liver Mush Festival, then head to Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain, the best seafood around. Loves Fish Box, always fresh. 50th anniversary, 50th year celebration today at Loves Fish Box in Kings Mountain. That is 4 to 7 p.m. is the radio broadcast. They're open till 9. So come get some great fish specials, 4 to 9 p.m. I tell you, I live about 3 to 5 minutes from there. My favorite dish is the grilled catfish fillet. You ever had grilled catfish fillet?
No.
The grilled founder fillet. They got that too. Both of those are really good. Not grilled, broiled. Sorry, I said that wrong. Not grilled. The broiled catfish fillets. All right, guys. Any other comments? Redskins, Cowboys. I see a lot of writing going on here. Hunter's
We'll
got
be
Redskins.
civil about it.
We'll be civil about it. All right. Real quick, I got to go down the top 10, and we'll get out of here. Or top 20. Cherryville 20. Bessemer 19. Newton Conover 18. Burns 17. Easley 16. Forest View 15. Mount Island Charter 14. Ashbrook 13. Maiden 12. Kramer 11. West Lincoln 10. North Lincoln 9. Thomas Jefferson 8. Shelby 7. Top 6 stay the same, 1 through 6. Huss 1. Kings Mountain 2. Crest 3. Bandy's 4. South Point 5. East Rutherford 6. Kings Mountain wins 63-21 over Burns. Shelby 49-0 over East Gaston. Crest 49-0 over North Gaston. East Lincoln falls 13-10 versus Maiden. Cherryville wins 40-18. And Terry, next board.
Next board, East Rutherford 53, Chase 13, South Point 49-0 over RS Central, Hunter Huss 49-10 over Forest View, Thomas Jefferson 52-20 over Bessemer City, Bandy's 36, West Lincoln 22, Lake Norman gets beat by Lincoln 27-0.
Stuart Kramer 21, Ashbrook 2, Newton Conover falls to North Lincoln 47-19. Community School of Davidson 28-21 over Union Academy. Mountain Island Charter 47-0 over Pine Lake Prep. High Brighton 63, East Burke 6.
Go ahead and do the last one, 200.
West Caldwell Falls to Freedom 54-0. Alexander Central 28-13 over St. Stephen's. Hickory South Caldwell shootout. Hickory on top 55-54. Watauga 50, McDowell 13. West Iredale 30, Bunker Hill 7. Ford 54, drawn 7.
Pick up a What's Up Shopper this week. Brand new on the stands. Win $50 in NFL Pick'em. All right, we're going to get out of here. Give it to Milton and the gang. We'll see you guys next week on KTCBroadcasting.com.